And it's live. Oh, that's a bit. Oh, what happened there? I don't know. Seems to be grabbed by the scruff of the neck. I don't know. Hello, everyone. So, as you can tell by the or some of the title, I don't know. You like try and put words into my mouth. Hey, Casper, or I don't know how many times I can say the same things. The way you think is different than the way I think. And what you think I'm thinking, or what you think I'm doing, or however it is, or whatever you're trying to make up about me, is how your mind works, not how mine works. So, all those things that you think about me is because that's who you are. Whilst I'll admit that I have changed, my core values are still the same. I came into this to help people, and I still want to help people, and I have been helping people. The difference between me and some of you is that in this process, I have listened and learnt, and you haven't. And you are still doing the exact same things, which to most other people, because that's how you want it, that's why you do it, they would have reacted and retaliated, and you would not be here anymore. Such is the power. Why is that? Such is the power that you are looking for. And what you don't realize is that power that you're searching for, that you want to have hold of because it is so powerful, because it can be so destructive, because of all those things. Just imagine if it was turned on you already. Not in the way that you want it, but to the extreme and to the force that it can be distributed. Just imagine that. Not directed in anger or revenge or whatever it is that your mind thinks. So again, I've had to come on because you try things, you are seeking answers, something that I've already said, we're not here to be studied. You're seeking answers, you're trying to provoke a reaction, you're trying to learn stuff, you're studying and analysing and doing all these things, and yet you're not listening. See the thing? Listen, please listen, because you are really, really, really screwing yourself over, and I just don't get it. Listen to this. The reason those stones hit you and they are hurting is because they're the stones you threw. You threw those stones at the mirror and they came back and they hit you. And the bigger the stone and the harder you throw it, guess what? The more it hurts you. I don't know how easy I can make it. I don't. Like, I've gone from feeling sympathy to like feeling nothing. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you see what you're up against. I'm trying to help you see that what's happening to you, commiserations, by the way, what's happening to you is your own fault. I know you want to blame me. I know you're saying it's my fault. These things happen. No, it's not. No, it isn't. I'm not guilty, and I hold no remorse for you doing what you did to create the environment that you're in, because I did warn you. And you can believe that I think I'm Luke Skywalker or Harry Potter or all those funny things that you think are funny, and I don't. And I don't care. I'm telling you, there is a power which is more powerful than anything that you've known. And you know that. And you admit that you've never seen anything like it before. Because you don't know God. Because you've never come across God in the purest sense of God. In the sense that he and Mom are proving this is their creation. And you have effed around, effed around and found out. Hey, Davey, how you doing? And INFJ, sorry. Hey, little girl, where are you going? Who's going where? Casper, INFJ, sitting at airport. Where are you going? Down south, pick up new truck, maybe. Whoa! Davey's coming to some money. Cool. I'm just saying that. I know why, honestly, Dave. I'm just saying. Just make people think a bit, you know what I mean? Just make them wonder. So that's cool. I'm glad to hear that. I hope all goes well for you. So yeah, people F around and find out. So I don't know what to tell you. Stop throwing the stones. Stop it. All the rocks, all the boulders, or whatever it is that you're doing. And it doesn't matter. Like you say, you think I'm Harry Potter. I think I'm Harry Potter and blah, blah, blah. What if it's not me? What if it's someone else? There's 144,000 people you can choose from. Whoever is doing whatever it is you think they're doing, because you're doing it. No one else is doing it. You're doing it. You're effing with mom and dad by attacking the chosen, any one of 144,000. You're attacking them. It's going back to you and you're hurting yourselves because you're attacking them. And you're blaming them for what you're doing. You're throwing the stones, they're hitting you in the head, and it hurts. And it keeps happening because you keep throwing the stone. So stop throwing the stones. Then it won't happen. Then your life will get to some sort of semblance. But as long as you keep doing what you're doing, and I know why you're doing it, I understand why you're doing it, I understand. And I don't forgive you, and I don't care. I don't need to forgive you because I don't care. Like, it doesn't worry me. I am not worried in it, and neither are they. In everything that you're doing, mom and dad are more powerful. Not going to happen. Whatever you're trying to do, it's already written. Don't know how many times I could tell you. It's not going to happen. It's already written. You will keep doing what you're doing, and you'll keep suffering because you're not listening. Well, some of you are. Some of you gone to church, praying, mosques, whatever, all those places, temples, whatever it is that you're going to. Some of you are. Some of you are running. Some of you feel guilty. Some of you, don't give a shite. Still wanting to cling to something that's not yours. Be something that you're not. Everything that you've earned off someone else. The person in the music business that is, up there, that thinks they're something, you are going to be in one big shock. Really, one big shock. And you can deny it all you want, but I mean, there'll be more of you, but you in particular. You wonder, how is it that things are known? And I've told you for 3 or 4 months. You wonder, how is it that you're having whatever's happening to you? And I've told you for 3 or 4 months. And you keep saying that you're wondering and that it shouldn't be and blah, blah, blah. And I've told you for 3 or 4 months that it's going to happen. And it's happened. And all of the other things that I've said, they're going to happen. Religion, the Vatican, politics, music, movies, like those songs that you use, the frequencies, whatever, no more. The movies, the message that you're trying to get across, no more. The subliminals, no more. Clones, drones, destiny swapping, low vibrational, attempts to lure people in. All of this bullshit that you've done for all of these years is stopping. It's stopping. There's nothing that you can do. Nothing. Please listen. Please listen. There is nothing that you can do that will stop it. Nothing. Not a single thing that you can do. And all of this slowing it down, it's already written. You ain't slowing nothing down. All you're doing, please listen. I don't want to see anyone get hurt, but I'm not giving out unconditional love to people who don't listen, in the sense that you are destroying yourselves by trying to slow something down that you can't slow down. Everything will happen in divine timing. You know that. It will happen when mom and dad have already decided that it's going to happen. It's going to happen then. It's already happened. What you consider to be the future, but it's already happened now. It's already happened. And you think you're slowing it down. You're not. It's already happened. It happened when mom and dad wanted it to happen. Whenever timeline that is, whenever we move into it, that's when it was supposed to happen. All of this that you think you're slowing down, you're not. It's going to happen because it's already happened. And all that's happening is that you are suffering. That's all that's happening. That is all that's happening, that you are suffering. Because of everything that you're putting out. You reap what you sow. That's all that's happening. And I'm coming on doing another video to show you that your desperate attempts to do all of those things that you're doing, they're not working. They're not working. They're not working. And I'm telling you, please stop, because I lie. They are working for you. Everything that you're doing is working against you. The money you want gone from whoever it is, me or whoever, has come from you. The energy has come from you. The demons has gone to you. Everything that you are doing is going to you. All those trips you're taking to get people, New Orleans and all over the place, New Zealand, bloody hell, wherever you're going, wherever you've gone, all those different places. Waste of money, waste of time. So thank you for the money. Thank you for the time. Thank you for your energies. They're all coming to me. All the 144,000, whoever it is that you are preying on. And you can't see it yet? You haven't realized your life's gone to shit? Do I look like my life's gone to shit? Do I look like anything that you have done in the past 5 years has turned my life to shit? Now look at your own life. Is it all rosy? Even those of you on the edges, some weird things are happening to you because you took part in something that you shouldn't have took part in. That you behaved in a way that you shouldn't have behaved. There is not one person, not one, that said they are sorry. Not one. That's disgusting. Doesn't have to be for me. Any of us. Anybody who has suffered, for you people wanting to be rich, famous, beautiful, live in, wonderful places, whatever. Not one person, not one has publicly come out and said, I am sorry. I know that some of you are saying that. I am sorry. I know that some of you are. I know that some of you want to reach out and say something, but feel like you can't because you're part of it. Well, if you're part of the fucking destruction, don't you think you should be part of the healing? Like, if you can take part in destroying somebody, don't you think you can take part in healing somebody? Because that is part of the process. Not just for the person you destroyed, for you. That's part of the healing. For you. Not just the person you destroyed, for you. To understand what you took part in. I don't, whoever's in here, I don't, not going to say that to Davey. So there are people that I'm not talking to. But there are people who will see this who know exactly who I'm talking to and why I'm saying what I'm saying. This has been a long road for all of us. And for those that can remember the past lives, even longer. But I can assure you, please listen, I can assure you, we, using the sat-nav, GPS, we are at our destination. We just turn to the street. And you can deny God, Mom, Dad, universe, whatever it is, Jehovah, Elohim, Yahweh, I don't care. You can deny all of it if you want. But something has kicked your fucking ass up and down Dale. And you have no idea. And every evil entity that you sent out went back to you. All those attachments, back to you. When you look in the mirror, you think I don't know? I know. You think that everything, please listen, everything that is done, it is known. It's known. When people say omnipotent, everywhere, whatever it is, all those big words that they use, that's the case. It's one consciousness. One consciousness. Remember? One brain. Everything that I'm thinking, I know. So everything is in that one brain. All those neurons and pathways and blah, blah, blah. So all the thoughts, everything that's gone on in that brain has been registered. Whatever you thought in this brain is registered. as a thought. Not your thought. Not your thought. The thought of the brain. Each memory. Look, this is just a game. This is the game. You're living in a simulation. It's the best way I can describe it. You're living in a simulation and someone is controlling it. And they have their laptop in front of them, whatever it is, and they are making everything happen. And this laptop, the processor and everything, and the memory, whatever memory it's called, and any information needed is all stored in that memory. Any information is all stored in that memory. And what they could just go to it, send a file, there, such and such a body, such and such a place, excuse me, confirmation. New Orleans, New Mexico, Alabama, Texas, Carolina, Oregon, Wyoming, Colorado, Colorado, Montana. Right. The person, place, the address, everything's in that file. Everything. What they dreamt about, what they did when they woke up, who they spoke to, who they texted, who they emailed. It's all in that file. I don't know how else to describe it to you. It's all known. But you're running around like, who's the mole? Who's the mole? Who's leaking stuff? You are. I've told you before. You're the one that's leaking it. You're the one that's telling everybody what it is that you're doing. Because you exist in the matrix. You exist in the matrix. And everything in the matrix is already known. That's why you have the Bible with revelations. It's already known. Remember the free will that I talked about? It's already known. Everything that you've done, your free will, brings you to a point that's already written about. Your free will brings you to a point that's already written about. How does that work? If it's your free will, surely, just think about it for a second. Your free will, there you are, in your place, wherever that is. In your place, wherever that is. And I know where that is. In your place, wherever that is. What are you going to do next? What are you going to do next? Go take a drink. Put it down. What are you going to do next? Free will. And yet, with that free will, Mum and Dad know where you're going to be tomorrow. They know what you're going to do next. Even though you have free will. They know where you'll be. They know what you'll do. And they know why you'll do it. And it will get you to a point, all of us, because it's called divine timing, which means, please listen. Don't make plans. It's antagonistic to freedom. Please listen. If divine timing is going to work in any way, shape or form, if it's going to work in any way, shape or form, guess what? Have a guess. If divine timing is going to work in any way, shape or form, guess what? Everything's synchronized. Everything has to be. It has to be. They cannot allow for one person's free will to screw everything up. It's impossible. Like, you don't see the Navy SEALs go on a mission, or the Marines, or whatever. I know you people, whoa, what about the Marines? They're the best. Okay. None of them. the SAS, whatever. None of them go into a mission without the timing sorted. If God does everything in divine timing, then every single thing that you do has to be allowed for in order that every single thing that your people do can fall into place, and every single thing that his people do can fall into place. So the timing can be divine, which means your free will is dictated by the matrix, what's already written. And that's your downfall. It's already written. It's already written. Nothing you can do. Absolutely nothing. Like the best way to defeat you was to let you defeat yourself. Was for you to take on yourself. Was for you to bring yourself down. And there you are, bringing yourself down. Mom and Dad don't have to do anything. Yet. Please listen. The power that you want, the power that you think can destroy anything and everything, that power that you want, hasn't done anything yet. Hasn't done a single thing yet. In the sense of what's happening to you. Now, listen. That power may have freed a lot of people, may have saved a lot of souls, may have done a lot of stuff, but not directed at you. May have sorted out your, I don't know, computer stuff. Just to show you a few things that, are possible. May have leaked information just to show you that things are possible. But nothing directed at you to harm you in the way that you're harming yourself. And whatever power you think you have, you don't. Money, listen, money is the power. Yes, money can buy you those hitmen. Money can buy you those hitmen. Guess what? Have any of them made it? Any one of them? No? Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? All that money spent for nothing. Now, I know you're trying to test. I know that. Doesn't bother me. I know that. And I know you're trying to see if everything is real and if it's not a con and blah, 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 blah. I know that. I don't care. I don't care. I'm telling you the truth. And you're finding out, admittedly, the hard way, you're finding out that everything that's being said is the truth. And some people who see this might think I'm crazy. But I don't care. I don't care. Because I know the end. And in the end, people will see I'm not crazy, and people will see that I was telling you the truth. You want people to think I'm crazy. You wanted that. You want me to shut up. Before I say that, shut up. Shut the F up. You want me to shut up? You don't want people knowing the truth. You don't want people waking up. You don't want people seeing the light. Tough. They are. And again, it doesn't matter whether it's me or one of the 144,000. And that's your problem. There is 144,000. And you owe them all. How are you going to pay all that back? See, you don't just owe them money. You owe them their life, their livelihood, love, all sorts of things. Where's that going to come from? Got to come from somewhere. And then you don't just owe them, listen, you don't just owe them the finances or whatever it is that you took. You will then get sued. You will get sued. You might think you want to sue someone else, but you've got nothing to stand on. But you will get sued. So not only do you have to give the money back, you have to pay damages. Confirmation. And I'm not just talking to the elites, the Masons, Covens, cults, whatever, Illuminati. I'm talking to governments who knew all this was going on, who even use their own equipment, who are doing the studying, which I've said needs to stop, tracking people, tracking their energy. Don't be surprised if some of your equipment doesn't work properly. At the moment, everything is being tolerated because what you're doing is a minor inconvenience to mom and dad, which is not affecting divine timing. That's it. And things will progress until the time that divine timing comes. That's it. That's it. It will just progress until divine timing comes. So everything that you're doing, please listen, everything that you're doing is hurting you. That's it. That's it. Everything that you're doing is hurting you. Everything that you're doing is being judged. Everything that you're doing is being judged. And karma will get to you in divine timing. That's it. Whatever you think, whatever you try, it's already known. And you know it is because you've seen what happens. That's some dangerous curry with hitmen and all must be from Pakistan. Hey, Street. You are crazy. Yes, I am crazy, but just crazy in love. I really thought I'd be able to figure out who Mary has been talking to after months of this. I'm not as clever as I think I am. Is Mario talking to Barb now? Greetings. Hello, Luli. How are you doing? He's talking to the curry people from Pakistan, I think. There. I understand him. Cheers, Paul. I'm glad you do. I'm glad somebody does. And it doesn't matter. Like, you know, I've told you from the very beginning, I'm only here to give out the truth. I don't care if people like me. I don't care if people hate me. I don't care if people subscribe. I've given everybody a chance to show what side of the street they're standing on and whether they want to cross the road or not. And, you know, some people have showed what side of the street they're on and show that they don't want to cross. They don't want to go from the side they're on because they're quite comfortable in doing all the things that they're doing on that side of the road. Well, you know, as far as I'm concerned, they had the option to do whatever it is they needed to do, and they chose to stay where they were. He may be speaking, I don't know what that is a picture of. He may be speaking into a mirror. A mirror. Yeah. 50% of the time, I think he's talking to you, Street. The other 50%, I think he's talking to me. None of it makes any sense. Holy shit. That's got to be bad if it don't make sense. Stop eating the curry, damn it, people. Doing pretty good. Flower season. I don't make curry. Can't be me, Ben. Must be 100% you. Oh, well, I wouldn't just say 100%, Ben. I'm more of a hummus guy myself. Or a hammer. So, recently, a black, are they SUVs? What these FBI bloody doodahs use? Appeared in a town. Is it town? Is it town? Yeah. Well, a community. And this lady got out, kind of, opened some eyes. Well, I hope it did anyway. There seems to be an investigation going on, not just in that. Actually, you could probably say it was a county. Almost sounds like my name as well. Not quite Mario, but something like that. Mario with a cat. But I don't know, Ben, you should know. You're in Arizona. You probably know where it is. And streets in Ohio, and some stuff going on there. Cleveland. In fact, I don't know where you are, Street, but Cleveland. Some stuff going on in Cleveland. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's stuff going on in New Orleans, or was. It didn't work, but it was there. There's stuff going on all over the place, and I think the stuff that's going on in Alabama, Tennessee, Michigan, Connecticut, Florida, Texas, Colorado, Wyoming, Oregon, and a few others have been linked to other countries, and not in a good way. New Mexico, of course, Mexico, Venezuela, Spain, Russia. Get them thumbs up. Oh, cheers, Paul. Thanks. Like I said, I don't do it for likes or that. I'm just now I'm talking about the whole world, Luli. Although I'm not just talking about the chase. Let's get that straight. I'm not just talking about the chase. Although the chase is, as corrupt can be. Someone was supposed to look after the finder. That never happened because certain people wanted more than they deserved, and let's say influencers. We'll call it that. But what I didn't realise is the finder didn't need looking after. Those people that were in the know needed looking after. Like there was a journey for all of us, and most failed. That's just the way that it is. And everybody had a chance to walk the grey line, because inside us all there's a darkness and a light. And those of you who've watched me for a while, I talk about whichever one you feed the most, the good or the evil, whichever is inside of you, the Hopi, whatever they're called, not prophecy, the Hopi saying, whatever it is, the coyote and the whatever inside the person. Which one am I going to be when I grow up? Well, whichever one you feed the most, that's the one you're going to be. So you had the option of being good or evil, or balanced, both. So you can be the dark, you can be the light, and you know how to tap into one, how to tap into the other. You know, sometimes the dark is needed. And that's the simple truth. Sometimes the dark is needed. And in this earth of ours, this school that we're in, we need to learn about the dark and we need to learn about the light. And there's a limit to what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. It's that simple. And that's how you should live your life. What is not acceptable, you shouldn't do. And what you do must be accepted by whoever you're doing it to. Because some people live in the dark. They like to live in the dark. So they want dark things done. They want to experience that level. So that's fine. As long as they want to experience it, then they should be allowed to experience it. But not stay in the dark. You know what I mean? You don't have to live a life fully in the dark. You can experience it and then walk the grey line, or go up to the light, or whatever it is. But this is never about religion. It is about spirituality. There's lots of people talk about. Please listen. It doesn't matter which path you're on, even if you're in the religious side of it, Christian side of it, still believe that Jesus was spiritual. Whether it be the Quran or the Veda or whatever it is, they all talk about some sort of spirituality. So therefore, in all of this, there must be some sort of spirituality, whichever way that it works. Spirituality must be the way. Forget the religious side of it. You can look at the Muslims, you can look at the Shaolins, whatever it is, there must be some sort of spirituality to it. Must be. So therefore, the one overriding factor with all these religions is there is a spirituality to the belief. And there is a faith in that belief. So therefore, we have a faith or a belief. Not a religion, just a belief. Now, some people don't believe in God. That's their belief. And they believe that the devil is more powerful than God, which is crazy because considering he's just a fallen angel. I don't get it. And then people talk about Satan, this, that, and the other. But it doesn't matter. Darkness is darkness. Light is light. One extreme to the other. Doesn't matter. What matters is the extreme that is light is more powerful than all the other shit put together. That's what you need to be worried about. Anything that you believe in that is dark, that you think gives you power, that you think can elevate you. I know sometimes what goes up must come down. You think they can elevate you. It's a false promise. It's a false promise. Yes, you may get elevated, but it's not done in a spiritual, correct way. So you need a correct solve. So in order to be in the most high good of yourself and everyone else, there has to be a correct alignment for that to happen. And if that doesn't happen, if that alignment doesn't happen, or you don't stay in that alignment, then you fall. It's that simple. And whatever you think you have, you lose. Until you align yourself again. So just because you have something, if it's not in alignment, then you lose it. Well, those that are evil pretended they were in alignment by using somebody else's alignment, by using somebody else's energy, by covering themselves in someone else's energy and making themselves look like they were a good person. And that person's energy made them look like they were a bad person. And things are out of balance in that sense. But those things have been redressed. Those things have been brought back into balance. And now the truth, remember the umbrella? Gone. Now you're being seen for who you are, and you're being judged for who you are. That's why the judgment has been called. Because the umbrella that was given by these good people, making you have a great lifestyle, making you be rich, letting you be famous, letting you be beautiful, letting you have a car and a house and all these things, that's been taken back from you. And now you're living your own life. Everything you do is you. And it's a good, because it never was. The good that you're having was somebody else's good. Now you're just having what you earn, what you deserve, which is how life will be from now on. That person that does 3 jobs will get what they deserve and what they earn. And they will find that they are more beneficial now going forward than they were before. Because the evil that was keeping them down is going to be banished and removed. So we'll start moving to taxes and all those things, and being charged for stuff that you don't really need or you should have for free. The chemicals and pharmaceutical stuff, the energy stuff, all of that will all be addressed and changed. So going forward, it won't be how am I going to get through today? How am I going to pay? Do I need to have the heating on, or do I need to go and buy food? Which one do I have to do? There won't be none of that. The children will be free. The women will be free, and men. The veterans will be treated according to their, I don't want to say status, but how they should be treated. Those people that are willing to die for their country, even though that shouldn't happen, there shouldn't be wars, and that will be addressed too. Just, so as you know. The homeless will be sorted, apart from those homeless that have made themselves homeless because they're evil people who preyed on others, which is what I already told you. Don't do it, because if you become homeless because of the bad that you do, then mum and dad have judged you and you can't be helped going forward. Can't help you because mum and dad says, this is how you need to learn. This is how you need to learn. This is what makes you a good person, by understanding what it's like to be in this situation. Remember I told you about the turtle. Don't pick up the turtle and take it off the sand and put it in the water, because it will drown. It needs to go through those trials and tribulations. It needs to go through that sand. It needs to struggle to get to the beach, to build up the muscle to help it swim along. So what you did to the 144,000, you built them up and made them strong. And now you're regretting it. Now, I don't mean for the people in here. I mean for the people that need to hear what I'm saying. Mario, you're all over the map. You need to pin the needle on the donkey. No, I don't. Only the people that need to know, they know. Basically, all they need to know is you've got 2 choices. You can stick with the devil or you can turn to God. That's it. And all they need to know is everything's known. It doesn't matter from what point I'm coming at, wherever the map is, whoever you are, wherever you are on the map of those places that I was talking about. Those people that know who I'm talking about know who I'm talking about. I can't make it any easier. You have 2 choices. You can keep doing what you're doing and suffer, or you can stop what you're doing and suffer less. You're going to suffer no matter what, because what you did was bad. The amount of bad depends on the amount of karma you get. If you keep doing bad after being told, look, you're doing bad, then you're going to get more karma. It's that simple. And if you stop and you say sorry, don't mean for it to sound that easy, but if you stop and say sorry, apologize, understand, work on the sort of person that you are, then mum and dad will look at you differently. But if you just carry on and go, well, I've done so much, I might as well carry on, then the karma that you get is going to be worse. See, I don't care. Like, people talk about forgiveness. I don't believe in forgiveness. Forgiveness is for yourself. Forgiveness is for mum and dad. They're the ones that forgive, and you can forgive yourself. But don't forgive anyone else. That's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. Because I don't care what you did. Why the fuck should I forgive you? I don't care what you did. Like, I don't feel like, I don't know, I've said it, I have to say it again, but I've said it already. You made 144,000, not you, but whoever it is, made 144,000 stronger. What you did, all the evil that you did, made them stronger. And they're grateful. But we're grateful that you put us through what you put us through, because we're going to be rewarded in a way that you fear and hate, despise, and why you've done everything that you've done, because you don't want it to happen. And it's going to be great for us because we went through what we went through. So thank you very much. Why does that make you think that I need to forgive anyone, or we need to forgive anyone? Like, thank you very much for making us who we are so we can have the life that we want. Where in that is there a need to forgive anyone? Because I don't care what you did. Mum and dad do. Oh, they absolutely do. And they're going to let you know that they absolutely do. And your ancestors and my ancestors and their ancestors, etc., and the spirits and the demons that you've, screwed over, and the graveyard magic that you did, and all those people that you've made suffer, they're going to come back to you and tell you that they're upset about what you did, and they're the people that need to forgive you. They're the people you need to forgive you. They're the people you need to know about in your mind, in your dreams, wherever it is, however it is, whenever you go through the dark night of the soul. Those are the people that you need to ask to forgive you. That's it. But anybody living should be grateful that you did what you did, and that mum and dad will give out karma and will give restitution, however those big words are, to those people. And they don't need to forgive you, because what you did was bad. What you did was bad. And they don't need to worry about it. They just go, okay, mum and dad's going to sort it out, and now I've got, what I deserve. And I don't need to think about it anymore. Because forgiveness makes you feel better. It's not about you feeling better. No, listen, it's not about you feeling better. When you say, oh, please forgive me because, I didn't know. You're feeling bad because of what you did. Great. Learn to live with it. Great. Learn to live with it. You feel bad for what you did. Great. Learn to live with it. Understand what you did and work on doing something different and better. And don't ask anyone to forgive you, because as far as they're concerned, it's nothing to do with them. You did what you did. Mum and dad will sort you out in whichever way they deem is correct. And the person that is the victim doesn't have to give a shit about you. They know you're going to get punished. That's it. That's it. And they don't have to forgive you. They don't have to forgive you. And I wouldn't. I don't care. I don't care. Everything that you did leaves me here now, like this. And some of you that are hearing me talk know exactly, listen, you know exactly what's going to happen. And you know when that banquet table is set, there isn't a place for you. And all you can do is watch. And that is the absolute worst thing that could happen to you. Absolute worst thing that could happen to you. That you have to sit and watch. And that power that you are craving does not turn to the dark side. So yes, if you want to say, oh look, he thinks he's Luke Skywalker, okay. But then that makes you Darth Vader. Or a stormtrooper. Or whatever. And if I'm Harry Potter, that makes you one of those, whatever, Slytherins. However you think, not me. I don't think it. I've told you what it is. Mum and Dad, against you. You're not against me. You're not against me. You're not against me. You listening? You're not against me. You're against Mum and Dad. And they are far more powerful than I am. The only thing is, Mum and Dad, they love me. I love them and they love me. Okay? I might be spoiled. I don't apologise for that. But you see, where my heart is, my truth, it's with everybody. And I said, don't fuck with anybody that I love. And I love everyone. So don't fuck with anyone. And when you do, you're not effing with me. You're not. Listen, Mum and Dad, remember, I'm a child, they're a child, we're all related, sister and brothers. And I say, Mum and Dad, have you seen what my brother or my sister is doing to my brother or my sister? I don't like it. I don't want that to happen. Is there any way, Mum and Dad, that you can show these people that are doing these bad things that they shouldn't be doing these bad things? Is there a way to show them that you are powerful enough to maybe, I don't know, interfere with their electronics? To show them that there is a power that they don't understand. And they go, yeah, okay. And then they listen, this is important. Then they say to, I don't know, Archangel Michael, or the ancestors, or the animal spirits, or the fairy spirits, or the dragon spirits, or the otter spirits, or the marine spirits, or the star beings, whatever it is, whatever it is, that is needed in that confirmation, in that instance, whatever the most potent effect is in that instance, because they're all powerful and they control everything, they get them to do something. That's it. That's it. And that's why you won't win. That's why you could never win. That's why nothing you're doing is working, because everything is against you, including, please listen, including the demons that you sent out, including them, including the dark energies that you sent out. Listen, reap what you sow. Them seeds that Forrest was talking about, once you plant them seeds, that's what you get. When you water those seeds, that's what you get. When you throw those stones at the mirror, that's what you get. See, there was a mirror in heaven once upon a time. And I suppose you know that, do you? Or do you? In fact, there was a word that couldn't be said, a name If not for my name, I would have nothing. There was a name that couldn't be uttered, not even by Archangel Michael. Not because he was scared, because he ain't scared. Out of reverence for the being that sat opposite God. There's a lot of history that maybe you don't know, maybe you do know. But again, I only tell you the truth. And you don't have to believe me. I don't give a shit. But all those that have been touched by the truth of my words know that I'm telling you the truth. Please listen. And know that in the future, this matrix, the one that we're in, will not exist. And those people that gained that elevation will not be in the positions that they were in. Their lives will pan out according to how they behave. Now, in the other video, I said those that didn't tell the truth will not pass the test. This is where we are. If you're in a position, please listen. If you're in a position where you have truth that should have been, I don't know, maybe talked about, maybe expressed, maybe even, I don't know if you're still alive now, those people that were involved in this, but maybe if we're involved in that bit of Amelia Earhart, where you knew where she was, where she told you about those ships, Gardener's Island or Kikanukanukaniki, whatever island it is. You think we don't know? We know what you did or didn't do for those people. You planned for her to go over there. You left her there. You sons of bitches. I don't know if you're still alive. To be fair, I don't care. Because the person that's going to judge you, they will judge you for what you did or didn't do. When those people told you they had messages, what she said, that she was alive, that her tooth was on the dashboard or whatever, or the tooth was on there, sorry. That plane's found. The truth will come out. And I suggest, while we'll talk about the truth, like Pharaoh's Wheel and all those things that are coming to light, and Thoth and the tablets and Enoch, Thomas, Mary Magdalene, etc., 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 all the truth that's been hidden about our history. This is a year of truth. And the truth will come out. Remember, please remember, that's how I started this. I was looking for the truth. There was only one solve. There was only one way of solving. That was to find the truth. People got greedy. They wanted God's abundance. But it wasn't for everybody. It was for one person. And that one person should not be touched. And that one person would seek the truth and say the truth. but only in divine timing. So you people who are worried about whether someone's going to say the truth about everything that you did, yes, someone is. All of you. The Illuminati, celebrities, politicians, religious people, supposed religious people, whatever it is, the truth is going to come out. All of it. Even the little things that people, probably don't care about, the truth is going to come out. And we're going to start a new earth, creation, as it should have been, with the truth. And you are going to reap what you sow and get what you deserve, because it's the truth. And nobody should be afraid of God unless they're evil sons of bitches. No one. And no one need worry about hell if you're still here, street. Because no human, if you knew your stuff, no human, according to God, is going to hell. Hell was not made for human beings. So no one need fear going to hell unless they choose that path. I don't mean just because you did some bad things. I mean choose the path. But maybe we need to listen to what my queen is saying, Queen Elizabeth. There seems to be a bit of disagreement going on at the moment between my king, my prime minister, Canada, at some point in all of this bullshit, the truth will come out. Please listen. Confirmation, my phone's going again. Please listen. This is all about the truth. It's all about truth, and the truth is going to come out. So all of this postulating, all of these people that think they're so powerful, you ain't going to be powerful. Not going to happen. Nobody, please listen. Nobody, confirmation, nobody owns anything on this earth. Land is not owned by no one except for mom and dad. And this earth was given us to live on, and we're supposed to look after it. Go forth and multiply and do all those things, whatever it is, however it is. So please, stop thinking that because you've got money, you're powerful, because you're not. Nope. You invented money. Money's bullshit. Has an energy, yes, but it's bullshit. And it's only bullshit because you use it to create bullshit. Because if money was used in a good way, this world wouldn't be bullshit. It's only bullshit because you use it in an evil way. You make the energy of money evil. But money isn't evil. You people that have it are. So, listen. Please listen. What's the best way to destroy the evil in this world? Remember, money isn't evil. The people that own it are evil. So what's the best way to destroy the evil in this world? Take away their money. Because these evil people who have all this money, who do these things can do jack shit without money. So now, take away the money and give it to people who are not evil, who will do good things with it, not bad things, who will look after the children, who will look after the women, who won't abuse them, who will look after the hospitals and medicine in the correct way, who will make it available, who will look after the homeless and the veterans, who will look after the sick with that money. Because if you did that, you people with all that money, with all that power, if you'd have done that, this wouldn't be necessary. Like, you have more than enough money to go around to help everyone, but you don't want to do that, which is sad, crazy, and despicable. Like, the money you had could have helped a lot of people, but instead you destroy people so you could have more money. And you abuse people and you enslave people because you want more money. And you trade people and their energy for more money. Money's not evil. You people are evil. So we will take the money and give it to someone who's going to do something good with it. And therefore, in the future, people will see money as a good thing. Money the root of all evil? No. You sick are the root of all evil. Money can do a lot of good in the right hands. And there are some people out there that are doing good with the money they have. And most of them, not all of them, most of them have come from backgrounds without money. Because they know the value of money. Because they know the worth of money. And because, most importantly, listen, they know the worth of a soul. They know the worth of that. You can't put a price on that. You obviously can, because you don't care. You buy and sell children, women, men, whatever, however, whatever you do, because you think they're nothing. They are children of mum and dad. You are children of mum and dad. And some of you beings are a little bit dark, soulless, shall we say. And you people, beings, whatever, wow, your time has come. So I know my little chats are a bit dark, I don't care. It is the truth. People will have a better life. It's that simple. And you can either help, give yourself some dharma, some credit, some uplifting, vibes to put you in a better place. Remember, happiness is the pot, or joy, or whatever it is. And your indulgence was a bit of a pain, or Tarzan, whatever. However you want to fucking work it out. If this world is going to change, then the vibration of this planet has to be lifted. And that's already started. And it's going to carry on lifting. That's just the way that it is. Because more and more people are going to wake up to the bullshit that's been given to us by you people who want to stay rich. At some point, they will wake up enough to want to have a go at you. Seriously. They will wake up enough to want to have a go at you. Now, you can either wait for that moment to happen, wait for them to come, jump over the wall or whatever it is that they're going to do, or you can change the way that you are and try to help in order that they don't feel that anger towards you for what you've done for the past however long it is. And I'm talking to you celebrities and you movie stars and you whatever DJ. Hey, Mr. DJ, play that tune. Whoever you are. I suggest you do the right thing. Please listen. There are people out there that know everything that I've said is true. Everything that I say is going to happen, happens because it's already written. Already written. I'm not going to say it's written in stone. I'm just going to say it's already written. It's written and it will take place. It will take place. This new earth, done, finished, sorted. It will come together the way that it's meant to come together. So you will not be able to delay it any longer than it's already written to be delayed. It will move forward in divine timing. The only thing that changes is if you say to the script writer, I don't want to play this part anymore. That's it. That's the only thing that's going to change. I don't want to play this part anymore. I'm down as the villain. I'm down as the evil Mason. I'm down as the evil Illuminati. I'm down as the coven. I'm down as the cult. I'm down as the religious person who is an evil son of a bitch. I'm down as this character and I don't want to be this character anymore. And I want to repent and I want to ask mum and dad to forgive me. That's it. That's all that can change. Because the new earth is here right now. Right now, the new earth is here. It changes going forward. And there's nothing you can do about it. And everything that you are doing is just making you suffer more. And I don't want no one to suffer. I've said that hundreds of times. I don't know how many times I've said it. I don't want anyone to suffer. I don't. I don't see any need for it. And the fact that you're suffering needlessly makes it worse. Because whatever you're trying to do, for whatever you're trying to do it, it's impossible. It's not difficult. It's impossible. You cannot change a divine plan. Impossible. You cannot change what's already written. It's impossible. Everything was supposed to happen at this point in time in the way it was supposed to happen. Can I make it happen the way that it's meant to be? Well, if you read the script, yes, you can. Because without the program, how will you know what's going to happen? Without the recipe, how can you make the cake? Everything that Forrest said, remember, all of these things that were said, you can shift, drift, and adjust, move with confidence, a deep thinking searcher using logic, blah, 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 read it over and over. Everything that was said is there to aid the finder, not the seeker. The person that found is the person that would understand. Not the person who's seeking, not the person who's looking. The person who found would understand everything, would use everything that's been said to find the path that they had to walk in those footprints to get to the point to be chosen. someone has turned into a maverick. Wasn't a maverick, but has now. I wonder who that could be. Listen, I don't break the rules. I make the rules. It's a different game. You're still playing drafts or checkers. And we're way beyond chess now. Way beyond chess. I don't make the rule. I don't break the rules. I make the rules. Because the game that you had us playing was rigged. And now it's a different game. And you don't know the rules. And I will, all of us, the 144,000, we will make the rules as we go along. And those rules, listen, it's important that you understand, those rules will be given to us by the Most High God. Mum and Dad, those rules. Absolutely they will. And all of the bullshit in all of the religions that is not true to the Most High God will be taken out and thrown away. And all that is left is truth. So all that bullshit that you wrote in there, all of that true stuff that you hid will be brought back. Again, I ask that you do it. You do the right thing and you bring out the truth that you've hid in the Vatican and all of these fucking places for so long about our history, about our truth, about who actually set up the church. Those sort of truths. And don't think they're not known. Remember, your ancestors know my ancestors. And your truth that you know is known by my ancestors, or the ancestors of 144,000, however you want to look at it. And they know what came before. But unfortunately for you, they know what's coming next. 2 prophecies. One of them was correct, and yours wasn't. It's that simple. So, going forward, you, whoever you are, whatever you are, however you are, need to talk to each other. You've already done some of it. I know, text, emails, and everything. You need to get together and decide. I know you're falling out. I know there's lots of arguments, blah, blah, blah. But you need to come to an understanding that you lost. I suggest that you don't believe that lying about changing and doing things different and blah, blah, whatever. I suggest you don't do that because it will be known what you're doing. I suggest that you think about doing the right thing going forward and you bring out the truth that you're supposed to have brought out. Especially about Amelia, especially about Fatima, and lots of other especiallys. Truth about the sort of people that we have running governments. those things. And then, or also, how you've tried to, through the media, through films, movies, programs, through music, try to manipulate the people. Those sort of truths. And if you don't like that, it's tough. I don't care. And if you think escalating all of those things that you're doing to try and stall or stop or change or whatever, not going to happen. Not going to happen. But you can try. I don't care. You can try. Not going to hate you for it. I understand. It's who you are. Do it. Fine. Great. And then get the karma that comes with it. Get the karma that comes with it. You've been told. You've been warned. Well, no, you weren't told. You were advised. You were pre-warned. You were warned. You were told. And it seems you don't hear in any way, shape, or form that it's given to you. You're at the point where, and again, commiserations, where you lost people and trying to blame it on me or anyone else or whatever, instead of looking at you, you're the people that did it, you're the people that sent it out, you're the people it returned to. You did it because you want to stay rich, you want to stay famous, you want to stay beautiful, you wanted the blah blah, whatever it is that it was, whatever reason you did it for, you wanted the power of the energy, etc., 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 because you want to control and you want to destroy, and however it is, I don't care. I really don't. I really don't. If I wasn't such a caring person, I would laugh my tits off. I would. I would laugh my tits off if I didn't care about you and everyone else. Because in reality, listen, in the real world, if I wasn't the sort of person, if the others weren't the same sort of people, you wouldn't exist anymore. Like if we thought the way you thought, can you imagine? Just think about that. If we thought the way you thought, like you don't have the power, but you think you do, and you failed. Imagine somebody with the power, someone who had the power, they did what you were doing. They did what you're doing. But you wouldn't be here because they do have the power. Like you thought you had the power and you tried it and you failed miserably because everything went back to you. But imagine a person with power doing it to you. That same person that was able to deflect and return everything that you sent, including the demons, including all the bad shit, was able not to be affected by it, to just send it back to you. Imagine if they thought like you and just said, oh, look, these people are bad. Let's get rid of them. Imagine that. Like one day, I just woke up and thought, you know what? These evil mother effers, they're trying to kill me. What if I do that first? Is that the best way to protect myself? They are literally trying to unalive me. How shall I protect myself? And yet you still try it. Crazy. I missed all this. Can demons be victims? Yes. I am just grateful that the Great Spirit is blessing me every day. Cool. If you want to find Tarzan, look up through the trees. Mario said, tits. I did. Sorry, but I would laugh them off. I would. Madison Kingfisher. All you have to do is find Forrest's footprint when he stepped on the treasure as he left. I don't think that's in the poem, just in his own words, if one has the imagination. Uh-oh. Hey, Amy. Retracted message. How you doing? Yeah, I know, you probably think I'm nuts, but it's okay. I know I'm not. Yeah, fancy saying tits. You didn't say nothing when I said, the other words, but but good to see you, Trusted, or read you, and Luli, and Kiwi, and anybody else that I've probably missed, and Amy. I missed all the stuff. The meek shall inherit the earth. See, and that was another thing that's been lied. So I'm not trying to, call you out, Luli, but it's righteousness. Righteous. The righteous, not the meek. That was changed to make you feel like you have to be less than you are. Righteous, like more stronger. So it's the righteous, according to Enoch. It was just changed to the meek. Somebody's sorry, I don't know what that is. See you later, Street. Thanks for being here, if you're still here. If you're not still here, still thanks for being here, and have a good night. Most of lost some money betting. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that means. No, don't think you're nuts. Think you're saying something without saying something. Yeah, I'm trying to say something without saying something because I want those people who should say something to say something. And the sooner they say something, the less karma they'll get. Like if I say something, how can I put it? If somebody came in and just saying, don't do this. If somebody came in and molested a child, and the person that did that was found out, all hell would break loose. And that person wouldn't get much of a hearing. And I want those people, if ever they did anything, to come out and say, look, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. Whatever it is. Listen, not only would that help what's happened, it would help them too, to understand who they are, to go within and work it out. So, in essence, even though it's a bad thing, all people get something from what's happened. Rather than this person's done this, this person's done this, this person's done this, this person's done this. And everybody is up in arms and angry and all hell breaks loose. I don't want that to happen. I would rather see people walk into a police station and admit what they did than me say, which I've been saying, and the officials know what I've been saying and why I've been saying it and who connects to who and how it connects and all the dots and everything. If they do that, if I start talking about a white Volkswagen black SUV, Golf, sorry, those sort of things, they'll know who I'm talking about, why I'm talking about them, where they are, who they are. So I can say things and those people will know. Or I could just say the name and those people will know. But they know who I'm talking about. And it's important that they know who I'm talking about, but not important that everybody knows that who I'm talking about. Because if everybody knows, then, the persons involved don't stand much of a chance because they will be pissed that they were lied to. And they did things they shouldn't have done. And they feel guilty about doing those things that they did. And like I say, I don't hate anyone. I'm not judging anyone. I don't forgive anyone. You did what you wanted to do because you thought it benefited you, and you've only got yourself to forgive, and you've only got to ask mum and dad for forgiveness. I don't care. I've done some shit things in my life that I've accepted that. Well, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Why did I do that? How did that come about? And I understand that people do things that they regret or realize it was an error or however They want to work that out. And those people that are in, they really have a lot of money. They don't have any power. They only have the power because of the money. It's the money that is the power. Like, take away the money from them and they don't have any power. The money is the power. And the money is energy. And the money can be used for good and the money can be used for evil. And these people decide to use it for evil. And they decide to use it for their best good, but not for their highest good, just for their best, greed. And not for the good of everyone else. And I think the money should be used for the good of everyone. Me and everyone. Which is why I said the other day, you should not deny anybody having the best life possible. £6 million houses, 20,000 cars if they want, whatever it is. You shouldn't want nobody, you should not want people to have that. You say, yeah, you should be rich. You should be rich. You should be famous. You should have this, this, and this, and this. I want this, this, and this as well. But you should have it too. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. I don't mind you having it. You know what I mean? I don't mind you having it. I want it, but I don't mind you having it as well. And if you have it, I'm not going to be jealous of you having it because I know that I can have it. If you can have it, then I can have it. Whatever you did to have it, then I can do whatever it is that I can have it. And I know there are people out there trying to copy whatever it is that they think the chosen have done in order that they can do it. But you can't do it because you don't have it. You'll never have it. You can't just copy and paste it. It's what you think. You can't just destiny swap it. You can't do all of those things that you used to do. And, I've been getting confirmation then. You can't. You won't be allowed to, for one thing, but you haven't earned it. That's why you're in the mess that you're in, because you haven't earned it. You stole it. And you hid the fact that you were stealing it. And now, the umbrella's gone. And you're seen for who you are, what you've done, who you are, why you've done it. And that's why you need to own up to it, which is better than people finding out. Absolutely better than people finding out. 100% better than people finding out. There may be some people that will forgive you. They will forgive you. There may be some that will forgive you. If you, I know it sounds bad, but if you give them the bullshit about, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do it. It probably won't work with me, but it might work with them. So it's a lot better if you did that than if people found out that you were hiding it forever and ever and ever and ever. You would never tell anybody because you're ashamed or you are above everybody and you don't care or whatever the reason is. So better you just, for yourself as well, to fess up to yourself, forgive yourself for what you did, and then hopefully, go to mom and dad and, see how they feel about it, and then sort yourself out, sort your life out, and know that doesn't matter how bad it gets, please listen, doesn't matter how bad it gets, you can work your way back. Because you can see in me that it's possible. And the 144,000. Because you bad people know exactly what I've been through. And if I can do it, then anyone can do it. Yeah, they won't ever do that, Mario. I don't know what that was, but no. Hello all, hi Ian. I'm just checking in on the topic for the night. Yeah, it's the same stuff. People going around pretty much saying that, I thought I was Harry Potter or Luke Skywalker or Sabrina the Witch or whatever it is, all the bullshit they were saying. And, I'm just confirming, no, I don't think that. I'm just telling you the truth. And you think that. Just because you think that way, don't mean I think that way. Everything that I've said has come true. Everything. Everything that I say is going to come true will come true. That's just it. Because mom and dad have already written it not in stone, have already written it down that these are the things that are going to happen. You already know. You've already heard it. You've already seen it. So those things are going to happen. And whatever it is that people try to do to slow it down, it will happen in divine timing. So whatever can I make out in the way that's supposed to be, whatever's supposed to happen, when it's supposed to happen, will happen when it's supposed to happen. Because God has ordained it to happen then. This union, I told you before, it's not about the person they meet that you're trying to stop. It's the person they marry, which means they marry that person. It doesn't matter what you do to try and stop it. Please listen. It doesn't matter what you do to try and stop that union. The union takes place because it's the person they marry. There could be 20 people that you target or try and get to. 20 people or more, however many it is, whatever it is that you're thinking. There could be 20 people that you target to stop a union taking place. But they get married. That's when it happens. Whenever they get married and they have that child that you're trying to stop, that's when it happens. So forget everything that you're trying to do. They get married and they have the child. That's it. You can't stop it. Whatever it is that you thought, right, if we take this twin flame from him, it can't happen. And I understand all about that. I know. I understand. It's not taking the twin flame away or the soulmate or whatever it is and stop that happening. It was never going to happen. That was never supposed to be the case. The person who gets married, that union is the person who gets married. Whatever it is you try to stop it won't have any effect because the marriage takes place. And whoever that person gets married to is the person they're supposed to marry. So you interfering with what could have happened didn't change anything. There was a soulmate union that's supposed to take place. It's still going to take place. Even if it was meant to be that twin flame that you said, no, come to me, and still end up broke. Even if that person was supposed to be the person, it was only at the point that they got married that would be the case. So you tried to stop it before it was meant to happen. Just like you celebrated, that you'd won before you actually won. Everything you've done is known. It's like, this is stupid. Trying to do stuff that's already known. Like, I just don't know what to tell you. It's already known. Everything that you're doing is already known. So you can't stop. You can't stop anything because that's like, I don't know. Okay, you American football people. And some of you like soccer, I know, or football. That's like the opposing team already knowing the play. 42, 43, whatever. It's like they're going to pass it down to such and such a body. So nobody has to do anything. All they know is you're going to throw the ball to that person and then 3 people get in the way and stop you making the pass. Like, they don't need to sack you or do whatever it is, those things that they do. They don't need to worry about anything. They know you're going to throw the ball to such and such a body and it's like, okay, thank you. Every time. They know the play. And they stop the play every time. Every time the play is stopped. And you can go, we'll need to do something different. We'll do this. And they know the play. Well, we'll do this now. And they know the play. Well, they won't get this. And they know the play. It doesn't matter what you do. It's already known. You're playing a losing game. And you think you can win. And you bring on your special flipping defense, no good. You bring on your special attack, no good. You bring on your best kicker, no good. Because you already know. Already know what you're doing. You're playing a no-win game. The only way you can get out of it is by... There ain't no way of getting out of it. They already know your game. The only way you can get out of it is change teams. The only way you can be on the winning side is to play for the other team. That's the only way you can be on the winning team. Is play for the other side. Or just be one of the spectators. Like, don't play for either side. Just go and sit in the stand and go, this is no good. I'm not going to sit on this losing team. I'd rather just sit in the stands and watch the game. They're the only ways you're going to get anything out of it. Absolutely the only way. But the only way you can be on the winning team is if you change sides. I'm trying to help you. Like, for me, I don't care. Nothing that anybody does is affecting me. And I'm not waiting for anything. I'm not hoping for anything. I know something's coming. I know it's already done. I know it's already ready. And at some point, there'll be a knock on my door or an email or a phone call or whatever it is. And that will be me hitting that point in time when it's supposed to be me hitting that point in time, because time is bullshit. Like, everything is happening all at the same time. If you're 2,000 years in the future, you already know all that's happened now. You're already seeing it all. You already know. You know how it played out. You know what things to do. You know what things not to do. And anything that happened 2,000 years ago is playing out right now at this time. Like that betrayal then and the betrayal now, same thing. Same thing. Only that betrayal then has taught people lessons. In order that betrayal in the future has healed the betrayal now. Whatever happens in the future has healed what's happening now with what happened in the past. So in the present, in the now, can't lose. Taking the lessons from the past, knowing what's happening in the future or what happened in the past, healing what's happening then is healing what's happening now, until you get to the point where there's just one timeline. All lessons learned, job done. And this earth of ours is just a school, and we're here to learn. We'll learn the bad, learn the good, learn what it's like to be a human being or a bird or a dog or a cat or whatever. But to learn what it's like to be a human being. Without the soul, without that energy inside us, without the spark of life, the sun, whatever it is, however you want to call it, that God particle, that God light, that whatever, all those things that people talk about, whatever it is inside us that makes us, I think, therefore I am, whatever that is, because us as human beings know something else is giving us this cognitive ability or this spiritual ability or this ethereal ability, whatever it is that you want to flipping say, I don't care. We have the ability to be better than we think we can be. Like nothing is impossible, as people are finding out. Like infinite, the infinite possibilities that can happen. There is nothing. Like, you want to move mountains? Great, there you go, move them out. No, I'm not saying it, just saying. You want to move mountains, you move a mountain. At the moment, there's volcano Etna again going off. Maybe Stoof can start working now. If you wanted to change, if you want to go through a mountain, then you turn into water and you go through the mountain. You don't have to go over it, you don't have to go around it. You just but if you wanted to move a mountain, you can move a mountain. Like faith moves mountains, however it is said. There is nothing that is impossible. Nothing. Nothing is impossible. And the abilities are infinite. Infinite. They're infinite. Anything is possible. Any timeline is possible. If something gets in your way, you don't go around it. You just transmute it, alchemize it, manifest, whatever it is, all these words that these people come out with. If you want it to be, And I'm not saying that I wanted any of this. I'm just saying, if you want it to be, it will be. The 10,000 on the right, 1,000 on the left fall, and you're still standing. It's possible. It's possible. Like shooting an arrow through an arrow, it's possible if you believe it's possible. So all I'm saying is free will that people believe they have gets them to the place where divine timing takes place. The two witnesses, the gate at the whatever that says Jesus is here is moving. Other things happening. There's so much stuff that's happening. Like people wondering when Jesus will arrive. Jesus is here. Jesus never left. Well, Christ consciousness never left. The one consciousness that was supposed to be on this planet was always on this planet. Never left. Was always here, just hidden. And it's awake. And God, stopped seeding the skies, putting all that crap there, and all those whatever it is that they're trying to do to keep the high vibration off this planet. That stopped. The high vibration will be back, making this planet lighter, if that's how you want to look at it. Making the consciousness, so the lower the gravity, the easier the ability, or however that is, which makes your higher self able to do the impossible. Able to do the impossible, which people perceive to be impossible, but it's only impossible because that's what they made you believe. Originally, it wasn't impossible. Anything was possible. So if it was possible before, it's still possible. It's still possible. You've just been made to believe that it's not, but it is. And now they're afraid that someone knows that everything is possible, that the abilities are infinite, and not just one person knows. At least 144,000 people know. And then there'll be those people that wake up and they'll know and they'll think, hang on. And that's what they were afraid of. But more importantly, they were afraid of a union. They were afraid of creation kicking in again. They were afraid of evolution. They were afraid of a human being ascending and, whatever. Ascended master, ascended being, all the stuff, the spirituality stuff, etc., etc., etc. Not religion, not evolution. The possibilities are endless. The possibilities are infinite. So there is no one knows what the possibilities are because nobody's actually come that far. Like people talk about it, but they don't realize that what they've talked about isn't enough. It goes further. It goes further than what people have talked about. Whether that's because they've been stopped from explaining, the infinite possibilities. Don't know. Don't get it. But that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of the infinite. Hello. Oh, yes, just that. Skywalker would be cool. Well, actually, I'd rather be Obi-Wan or Yoda. I used to call myself Yoda, to be fair. So you're probably partly right. Whoever these people are that said, I think I'm these people. So when I was at work, I used to call myself Yoda because I was able to um, find stuff. It's what I do. People would look for stuff for weeks and not be able to find it, and I'd come in and they'd tell me, and I'd say, yeah, it'd be there. And sure enough, there it is. It's what I do. It's who I am. And I used to call myself Yoda. I said, see, I'm Yoda. I I find things, and most of it comes from the truth. You have to look at the information that you've been given and work out from that information what could possibly be the truth of it. Like if people say, no, 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 it can't be there because of this, and it can't be there because of that, and it can't be there because of this, and then why is it? Where can it be? What can it be? So I used to work in a warehouse, and when I say a warehouse, it's massive, and we're talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pallets, and that it'd be missing. And it's like, can't find it. We've looked, we've gone all through it, checking trying to find it. And I'm not kidding. It would be seconds, just seconds of them telling me that I'd say, well, that pallet is such and such a place. And sure enough, we go, and there it is. Boom. Because the truth is the truth. Like, if it's the truth and you go on that, then it has to be there. Has to be. Get rid of all the bullshit that everybody's saying and just go on the truth of the matter. What is it? Where should it be? How should it be there? Why should it be there? Why isn't it in such and such a place? And you work all of that out and go, well, the truth is it has to be in this place. Or even in your own mind, you see it in that place. This is where it is. That's where it is. That's where I saw it, 3 weeks ago or 10 weeks ago, or whenever it was that you saw it. That's where it was, so that's where it should be. So, I used to call myself Yoda, and they'll tell you at work. If you spoke to them, they'd tell you, yeah, he used to call himself Yoda. And there's stuff that, stuff that I do that people would think, what? No. No. No, you didn't do that. You couldn't have done that. But, yeah. Because, I don't know, I think differently to some people, or most people, maybe. Or I have more belief in me than, most people have in themselves, or however it is. I don't care. But I don't know why I ended up in a chase. I don't know why that came onto my computer. It's not something I was looking for. But I understand now why my life was the way that it was and why my journey was the way that it was. And again, thank you. Like all those people that thought I don't know why they thought they were fighting me, because they're not fighting me. I don't know why. And, the fact that they attacked me made me wake up. Like if you didn't attack me, I wouldn't have woke up. It's that simple. And when I say me, I'm talking about all of us. I'm talking about all of us. People talk about the chosen ones. Those chosen ones all went through, shit. And they've all awoken because they went through shit. And now they've woken because those people that did those things have woken them up. But not only did they wake them up, it's like these people decided that every Rocky in the world, they would train to be, a badass. They would train them to be a badass and then wake them up to fight them. Like, that's crazy. Like, why would you do that? Or, what's another way of saying it? Predator. You would, you've trained everyone to be able to defeat the predator, or everyone was a Sigourney Weaver who could defeat the alien. Like whatever it is that would beat you, you trained it and woke it up to beat you. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Instead of just leaving it alone, it's like you called it in and said, "Oh, come on, wake up." So Sigourney Weaver woke up and she destroyed the alien, film after film, or John Connor in Terminator. Like the one thing you didn't want to happen, you made it happen. You just you couldn't resist it, and the more you go against it, the worse off you become. So in the Terminator, it started with one thing, and then they brought something else, and decided to do that, and then the old Terminator went against the new Terminator, and blah blah blah. But it still ended up that you lost. Going back and trying to do whatever it is you're trying to do, you just created a scenario where you would always lose. So thank you for listening to my BS. Some people like it, some people don't. Well, maybe one person likes it, and that's probably me, and then the rest don't. And I'm not here again. Like I say, I'm not here. There's nothing in me that wants to say I told you so. That's not who I am. I don't give a shit. And if people think that, I don't know. I don't know what goes through your head. I'm not a narcissist. I'm not here to fight people. Like, I haven't fought anyone. I sent out love. I sent out kindness. I sent out instruction that said, look, don't do it, otherwise you're going to get hurt. And people still hate me. It is what it is. And I don't care. At the end of the day, I try to stop people hurting themselves, and they wouldn't listen, and they've hurt themselves or worse. And again, commiserations, but I had no part in that. The only part I played in that is telling them don't do it. And for me, I don't know. It's sad that people can't see it. Hey, MJ, you hate me as well. God, man. I've got a long list of haters, Like, that list is endless. Seriously. I mean, some people love me as well, but there are people that you probably don't know that hate me, like, with a vengeance. And they don't know me. And they hate me because I don't want them to hurt people. That's crazy. It's like you'd think, I'm not trying to compare myself to Jesus, but like there's a man that goes around and he wants to give love to people and help people and wake them up and do these things, and people hate him for it. It's like, what? Are you serious? If you're going to hate somebody who wants to love everyone and help everyone, then you've obviously got an agenda against that person. Otherwise, you'd be like, yeah, man. Yeah, everybody loves everyone and everybody's able to, have, so many loaves of bread and so many fish. But even that, just statement of, like, it wouldn't happen. It's a crazy thing to happen. If Jesus is spiritual, the last thing he would do is turn water into wine. Like, that's just the wrong way around. You would only do that if you want to have an orgy and, live the high life and do all these things. Otherwise, you turn wine into water. Like, water's as good as it is. Like, you would leave the water as it was. You wouldn't turn it into wine, like, unless you were trying to show off, unless you're trying to be something, unless you're trying to, whatever, some sort of narcissist or whatever it is. So that's such a stupid thing to say. And everyone's like, yeah, man, look, he turned water into wine. And what? What? And he wouldn't do that. Like, I wouldn't do that. Like, water's supposed to be good for you, and you're going to turn it to something that isn't good for you. So you can have a party, so you can get drunk, so you can, whatever it is. It's like, no, that's crazy. That's so stupid. You don't turn water into wine if you're a spiritual, healthy, I don't know. It's just a stupid thing to say. You just wouldn't do it unless you wanted a party or something, or look good. Look at me, I could turn water into wine. It's like, no, that's not what Jesus was about. So I just, some of the things that are said, it's like, well, that's definitely a narcissist. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. It's like, no, can't see Jesus saying that. I can see him say turn the other cheek, and I'm thinking, what? Like, who the heck wrote this? And don't get me wrong. There's stuff in the Bible that absolutely, you can't doubt as being spiritual, loving, divinely. I don't want to say written, but absolutely divine. But some of the stuff, I just think, no, I can't see that being it. So we've recognised that MJ hates me. Oh no, I don't hate you. He says, "Hi, Mary, I don't hate you." Oh, thank you. Sorry. See, just shows, doesn't it? Even me, I apologise. I thought you were trying to be funny by saying you do hate me, but fair enough. I don't hate me. I used to hate me. There was a time that I did. I was probably my worst hater, but now I'm like, I love myself more than anyone can. I'm back. Sounds like The Shining. Johnny's home. Here's Johnny. I have to work. Yeah, thank you for being here. I understand, you have loads to do. I hope you and your family are fine. Got to get down to the Cumberland mine. Ooh. Make good money. $5 a day. $5 a day. Oh dear. Lou, what you mining for? What are you mining for? Crystals and treasure. It's a song. I'm working on a lot of projects. Wow. Yeah, it does sound fun. I'm only working on one. Forrest was working on projects. I wonder what happened to those 3 books. I wonder what happened to those 3 books. And the project that he was working on. I'm only working on one project. It's called, I don't know, Save Creation. People say you should write a book, you should do this, you should do that. And I'm thinking, well, no, I haven't done it yet. Like, why would you write a book about something you want to do? And tell everybody, how are you going to save the world so they can stop you saving the world? And I don't say that in a whatever way. I'm sure you lot of will think of something that. But there's a lot of people in the world that want it to change because it's in a bad way, and that includes the environment and everything. And I can't see why nobody would want that to change and be the case unless they have a hidden agenda. So we need to get rid of that agenda. We need to make money loving and caring, not evil. Money is not the root of all evil. It just isn't. Evil is the root of all evil. And, whether you want to call that man or, dark beings or demons or devil or Satan or whatever you want to put on it, it doesn't matter. All that matters is, money can help and save a lot of people if used properly. And that's the plan. It's a simple plan, but, and I don't like making plans because they're antagonistic to freedom. But I think if you're working on a divine plan, you've got half a chance of it being freedom. If a divine plan comes together, I think behind all of that, there's going to be some sort of freedom. And in this, Pandora's box is open and hope is kicking off, I think. Lulybell, I haven't heard that song, Crystal. Talking of songs, where's Tigger? Tigger has some great songs. It's a song got to get down to the Cumberland mine. $5 a day. If I made more money, I might move away. Ah, there you go. MJ, the first line of the song says, Melinda, you keep me awake all night, etc. Oh, why are you saying Melinda? Melinda. Um, I was just getting names coming through then. Scott, Tyrone, Johnson, Thompson, James, Helen, Elaine. Helen's first time I've had Helen. Ah, Robert. Some names you all know, so I'm not going to say them. One begins with M, one begins with B, one begins with A. Wow. Wow. Lily Bell sounds exhausting. I need sleep. Frank. Hello, Frank. How are you doing? Cheers, Charlie. Ah, Charlie's another name. Charlie. I used that before actually in my videos, but I don't think people caught on. Hola. 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 I got the old cheers there. Clink, clink. So, those people that want to put, I don't know, labels on me, make me out to be whatever I'm not, you're wasting your time. Those people that want to get me angry, you're wasting your time. Those people that are coming in with an offer that think that, I won't read the small print, or I don't know that you're trying to steal the energy, or all this bullshit that's crazy. Those people that want to reach out, you could reach out. I don't hate anyone. Like, it makes me laugh. So, I don't know how you're going to react. Why? How do you think I'm going to react? Like, if I was going to react, I'd already be reacting. So, I don't care. Obviously, I'm not going to, hug you and kiss you and, do those things. But I'm not the person that's going to be judging. Mom and dad are the people that are going to be judging. My ancestors are going to be judging. Your ancestors are going to be judging. The demons are going to be judging. Spirits are going to be judging. Past people are going to be judging for what you did to them. People in the graveyards are going to be judging for what you did to them. Those are the people that are going to be judging you, not me. I don't care. You made me by doing what you did. So thank you. Thank you for that. You put me in a position that I'm going to be in. So thank you for that. Why would I need to forgive you or hate you? Don't get it. Like, what you did, although it hurt me, is hurting you more. Like, I'm fully aware of what I went through and why I went through it and how I came out of it. I understand all that. So therefore, there's no need to forgive you. There's no need to hate you. It is what it is. We move on. Obviously don't want to, share the same bed as you. I don't want to share the same room in some cases because you can't be trusted. That's it. That's it. Don't like the energy. You're not. This is no way, meant as an insult, but you're not on the same level as regards to, vibration and everything. And I don't want to be in that low vibration anymore. I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't have to be. I don't choose to be. So, if I want to be at the banquet table, I want to be at the banquet table with people I can trust, with people that I love, with people, those sort of things. I don't want to have to be, taking out them swords out my back each time. I don't want that, you know. And, mum and dad don't want that for me. They realise what I've been through was enough. Not just me. When I talk about me, I talk about all the people that have suffered. And I'm the voice for those people. So whoever gets to hear it whenever they get to hear it, and they think I'm talking about me, no, whoever hears it, just think about the person that you screwed over. That's the person that's talking. I'm just talking through them because they're not saying it. Or they're talking through me, whatever it is, however it is. I would say, but I'm not sure how to spell it. Konnichiwa. Oh, konnichiwa. Wow, Mr. Miyagi. Oh, that's another thing I've been called. Mr. Miyagi. Ascended Miyagi. Mario, could you dress in black leather sometime, like the guy in the Village People? No. No. Good girls go to heaven. Bad girls go everywhere. Ooh. I say bad girls come everywhere as well. Wink, wink. Alan Kay? Hello, Alan Kay. In the end, you will judge yourself. Cheers. Yes, and that is pretty much what all of this is about. This is, most of you are old enough to remember, but Charlene sung a song, I've Never Been to Me. I've been to paradise, but I've never been to me. And that's what this is all about. First, know thyself. If you don't know yourself, you're stuffed. You're stuffed. Everybody takes advantage. But if you know yourself, no one can take advantage. No one can say to you that they're going to tell this about you, they're going to blackmail you about this, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. You already know. And you don't give a shit. Once you get to the point that you don't give a shit because you're where you are because of all of those things. And God doesn't care. Like God looks favorably on you. And that's been the case in most of the people that God's looked favorably on. They haven't been perfect. They just haven't. Because nobody is perfect. Nobody's perfect. So God chooses those people that aren't perfect to prove that He is not the God that these people want you to believe He is. He doesn't look for perfect people. Just human people. Just people who have a way about them, an understanding, a belief, a desire. And He takes those imperfect people. He doesn't make them perfect, but He makes them good, loyal, righteous, and they live a decent life because of, mum and dad. They live a decent life. And the people around them live a decent life, which can't be bad because if you're going to be near someone, you want to be near someone like David or Jacob or Jonah or all these Solomon, Samson, these people that God said, look, I'll look after you. I'll give you what you desire as long as you believe in me, have faith in me, I hesitate about saying give glory to me because that sounds very narcissistic, that God wants, to be known as, top dog. But sometimes, you have to praise those people that do good things. You have to, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's as long as that person isn't conceited when they get the praise. So I don't know about this dressing in black leather stuff. But I have to question why you would ask that in the first place. But there you go. Is it because I'm wearing a pink top? I'm not bothered about wearing a pink top. I wear these tops because it actually says whatever on it. I don't know if you can see it. You can't see that it says whatever. But so the different tops that I wear, they say whatever because whatever. I'm bothered. I'm not bothered. I really aren't bothered. I don't try and impress anyone. I don't see the need for it. I don't try and ridicule anyone. I don't see the need for it. But, if you push me, I can do it. If you want me to get angry, I can get angry. If you want me to get vengeful, I can get vengeful. If you want me to, seek revenge, I can seek revenge. But I'll do it in my own time, in my own way, with a bit of love in my heart. It depends what the reason is. Well, I've said before, I've been to those dark places. I know how to go there. I know, how to come back from there. If I want to visit there, I'll visit there. And if I don't, I don't. But I'll choose, when I want to go there. And people, trying to make me confused, trying to make me angry, trying to make me loving, in a sexual way. All of those things. And it's like, don't you learn? Don't you ever understand that my free will dictate, what I do when I do it? And more often than not, I act out of love. So I don't know. I don't know what it is that you're hoping for. And, people have coveted power from whoever it is that they're trying to get the power from because they think that it's so powerful. And it's like, well, you want to be careful what you ask for because if you want to see how powerful that can be, you might be on the wrong end of it. And that's just a stupid thing to do. Uh-oh. No, I don't want any glory. I don't want any praise. I don't want anything. I've said all along, I'm no better nor worse than anyone else. I'm not. And I want the best for everyone, not just me. I want the best for everyone. The only problem with that is people don't want that. And those people that get in the way need to be addressed in whichever way that is. And, best person to ask are mom and dad. They will address that. So glory still goes to them. I said to someone in a short that, they've got money, but it don't make them powerful. Just because I have faith and belief that mom and dad can do stuff, which is very powerful, doesn't make me powerful, just makes them powerful. And you may think that I could be powerful because I asked mom and dad to do stuff, but that's not the case. That's just like me, being able to spend more money than someone else and getting someone else done because they can't. Well, everyone can ask mom and dad for exactly what it is that I'm asking mom and dad for if they want, or their ancestors, or their past over loved ones, or demons. If what's the best way? If people love you, they will do things for you. If people love you, they will do things for you. And it doesn't matter if they're a demon or if, they're an angel. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're your ancestor or a spirit. It doesn't matter. If they love you, they will do things for you. So the more people that love you, the more beings that love you, doesn't matter whether it's a fairy or a dragon or a otter, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a passed over pet dog that you had. So as I see it, the more people that love you, the better off you are. And the more protected you are. Especially if you can get demons to protect you as well. Especially if you can get them to go back to where they came to sort out the person that sent them to you in the first place. So the best way to be protected is to be the best person you can be for those people, for those beings. So if I want the best for everyone, everything, tree, grass, flower, animals, star beings, what we call aliens. And, God's an alien. He must be an alien. He doesn't come from Earth. Angels are aliens. The aliens are aliens. Demons are aliens, whatever, however. If you can get all those to love you, who's going to come against you? Like, I don't have to worry about anyone on Earth. I mean, I love myself. Fine. Oops. Remind me later. I love myself. So I know I'm always going to be loved. I'm a good friend to myself. So I know I'm always going to have a friend. And I know that there are thousands upon thousands of people that love me. And they're not all earthly beings. They don't have to be. But if all of those beings love me and want to help me, I'm good. I'm good. And if they don't want anything to happen to me, because what I want is worthwhile, I'm good. And I don't have to worry about wanting anything or needing anything or chasing anything, because for the chase for me, I don't know. What is that worth? If you know that your thrill of the chase has already succeeded, then 5 years ago I told somebody that I wasn't searching anymore. And all through this, I've told you, I'm not searching anymore. People keep telling me stuff, and I say, well, I'm not searching anymore. I don't need to search anymore. I already know the answer. I'm just moving forward to the point in time that the stuff that I already know, there it is. There it is. And nothing can change. That stuff that I already know is there waiting. So this now moment is already happening then. And that will be my now moment that I know those answers that I already know. And I already know them because they've already happened. So I told you about, if you go to the future and you take a statue from the future that is outside the town hall, you take that statue from there and you put it outside the town hall, exactly where it is, from 2030 to 2025, and you have 5 years to get to 2030. That statue that wasn't here in 2025 but was there in 2030 is already outside the town hall in 2025. So in those 5 years, what happens? Who makes that statue and puts it outside the town hall? Because if they make the statue and put it outside the town hall, there's going to be 2 statues there. Because I took it from 2030 and brought it to 2025 and left it outside the town hall exactly where it will be in 2030. So what happens? Whoever made that statue after 2025, do they still make the statue? but the statue already exists. So why would anybody make a statue to go outside the town hall that already exists outside the town hall? So who made that statue? And how does it exist? Did I make it? Because I took it from 2030 and brought it to 2025, it now exists in 2025 where it should exist, and in 2030 where it should exist, in the exact same place. Was it always meant to be there in 2030? And was I meant to take it from 2030 and bring it back to 2025? Which came first, the chicken or the egg? So was the statue made after 2025? Well, no, because it already exists in 2025. I brought it from 2030 and brought it to 2025. It already exists, so why would it be made after 2025? So did I manifest that statue and bring it to a point where I want it to exist so as it would exist in 2030? And did I make that statue? I can't see anybody else bothering to make a statue that already exists, that is already in a place where it's supposed to exist. So, what is creation? Who is the creator? And how do things exist when it's impossible for them to do so? It's impossible for us to exist according to everything we know. According to Darwin, it's impossible. According to religion, it's impossible. Because both of them say incest is how we got here. And yet incest is a sin. So how did we get here? So you have to think about all the facts. Remember, I was talking about the warehouse. You have to think about all the facts. What is everything that we know? What's everything that we know? Everything that we know. What are we being told? And how possible is it that that's going to be the answer? Well, those things that we're told, there's no way they can be the answer. So there has to be something different. So there's information that's hidden that will tell us the truth. And that's what you need to find out. What is the truth? So we will hear about Amelia Earhart, and we will know the truth of what happened. And we will know from that truth why it happened. We will know the truth of Fatima, and we will know why it was held from us. And the list goes on. We will know the truth about the moon. We will know the truth about blah, 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 blah. Because there is a truth. It's that simple. There is a truth, and it's hidden. And the powers that be deem us not worthy to know it. But I can assure you now, our effort will be worth the cold. And title will be given. It's that simple. And the truth will set us free. All of those things will happen. Whether you like it or not, they will happen. And there will be a different sort of authority on this planet and other planets if necessary, because this is important. Please listen. Because everybody came together who wanted the truth, who wanted freedom, who work in love, unconditional love for the better or for their higher self and the higher self of others. And that includes mum and dad, all the way down, mum and dad all the way down to the smallest, whatever, amoeba, atom, whatever. Everything is energy. Everything is life. Like Darwin says, we evolved from blah, blah, blah. But well, how did the trees get there then? What animal turned into a tree? More confirmation. What animal turned into a tree? What animal turned into grass? What animal turned into the flowers? That's life. Like, we're talking about life, and these things are life, which means, absolutely means, if there was an evolution, how do we turn from the animals, fish, whatever, how do we turn from all that into grass, trees? Their life. We know their life. There must have been some sort of evolution going on there that says, hang on a minute, this grass evolved into a flower, evolved into a blah blah hedge, or evolved into a tree, or whatever. However these people want to give the bullshit about. I don't know. I don't care. But if you're saying that life exists, then our evolution is different than the evolution of plants. Hence the separation between plants and animals. It's just how it is. So there is a reason why we were given the bullshit. There's also a reason why we believe the bullshit. Like, there had to be a way of trying to convince us that their bullshit was correct, and us not realizing that what they're telling us is bullshit. So that was taught out of us, or taught out of us, really. But there's probably another word like fear and stuff like that made us not want to do it. Mario, the only thing you can do is to wake up in the morning and put yesterday in the rear view and learn from that experience, good or bad. Well, to an extent, I suppose so, but really you should just live in the now and not worry about tomorrow, not worry about yesterday. Like, be who you are, accept who you are for who you are in the now moment. Like, live in the now. Learn from what happened now. I'm learning from that statement. Every master is always learning. Always. There's always something that you can learn. And obviously every student is always learning, but every student can be a master. Because, students know stuff that masters don't know. It's just the way of the world. It's just how it is. You could have a 10-year-old that knows more about, certain things than a 60-year-old or a 70-year-old or a 50-year-old or whatever. It's just the way that it is. So that supposed student is a master in that particular field. It's just the way that it is, and that's just something you have to accept. And if you don't want to accept it, then there's something wrong with you. Trusted, do we get wafers and a shot of Benadryl? Well, you may get a shot of Benadryl, or just cough. Jeremy. Oh no, that's another name that came up. Jeremy. Hey, Mr. Larry, how you doing? I am feeling a star because I am Aquarius, and this is the age of Aquarius, and the star is Aquarius. So, yep, feeling stellar. It's just the way that it is. Like, if not for my name, seriously, if not for my name, I probably wouldn't. Everything about my name, literally, is, I don't know, godlike almost. Mario, there's a lot of demonic people out there. Well, there's a lot of demonic people in here. I could be a demonic person if I chose to be, but I don't choose to be. So we all have the good and bad in us, and we are all able to, you know, be a bit diabolical if we choose to be, and I choose not to be. And that will always be the case. I will never choose to be a demonic person, but I don't know, if vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, how does he go about casting down vengeance? Because that sounds pretty, I don't know, not good. But yeah, there is a lot of demonic people out there, and unfortunately, or fortunately, they're going to get karma. Energy happens through you, not to you. Well, we're all energy. Everything's energy. My chair's energy. The well, this is energy. Actually, I might have some of this. Excuse me. And you can say what you think that is, but it's only water. So we're all energy. Everything is energy. Money's energy. The wardrobe's energy. Doors energy. It's all. If we're all in the matrix, and we're living in a virtual simulation, then everything is energy, and you have to treat it as such. So yeah, through you, not to you. And we make, hey Tigger, listen to some of that music. Back again. Oops, yeah, back again. Is a Backstreet Boy, old Davey is. Tigger, Tigger. Hey Davey. Father, daughter was not incest in the ancient past. But Osiris and Isis, weren't they brother and sister? I think Hathor was, I don't know, supposedly with Horus. Me wearing the bracelet, she had a bracelet, but she was like way older than him. Like Hathor was like up there in the family tree, and Horus was down here. But apparently they were an item, or Seth came along, or Set, or whatever his name is, and messed things up for a bit. And Zaza, whoever that was, not Gabor. So I don't know, but Cain and Abel, they were brothers. What happened there? I don't know. I mean, I'm not bothered, incest or not incest. I'm saying we're told it's a sin. But at some point, it wasn't always father-daughter. It couldn't have been. Because there wasn't a father-daughter scenario in what we're told. It just didn't happen. So something else must have happened. And I'm not trying to say it's about the incest. I'm trying to say it's about the lies. It's about this is not credible. This can't be believed. You're telling me that it's a sin, but then God said, go forth and multiply. From Adam and Eve and Cain and Abel. Like what? No, doesn't make sense. No sense. Nor I'm going to kick you out of the Garden of Eden, and they walk into other people. It's like, well, if you're the only people and you've just sinned and you've been kicked out of the one place that you're supposed to be living in, how are you walking out of that one place that you're supposed to be living in, which is special for you, and you walk out and you bump into people? That's impossible. So I don't care the rights and wrongs of it. I care the BS of it. Like, what you're telling me is BS. So I can't find that palette using this BS. There has to be something different than the BS you've told me. The palette has to be somewhere else. It can't be in those places because those places don't make sense. You can't be the only two people come out of a garden where you're the only two people, where you've sinned and decided to cover up your modesty. What? Okay, you have no idea that you're naked. You eat the apple and you find out you're naked. That doesn't mean you cover yourself. The only reason you would cover yourself is someone told you it was a sin to be seen naked. That's not what was said. It was said that they got the information that said that they were naked. Which means, oh well, I'm naked. I've been naked for the past however long I've been with Eve. She's seen me naked. She knows what I look like naked. I know what she looks like naked. But all of a sudden, for no reason, just because I know I'm naked, I'm going to cover myself up? No, of course not. You're not going to cover yourself up. She knows you're naked. She's your partner. She don't give a monkeys and you don't give a monkeys about being naked. The only reason you would worry is if somebody then said to you, do you realise that it's sinful to be seen naked by your partner? What? No. No, it's not sinful to be seen naked by your partner. There is no sin about being naked in front of your partner. I'm sure we've all been naked in front of our partners. So something else is going on with that statement, which is more bullshit. It's like, no. Yes, I'm naked. I know now that I'm naked. I ate the apple and it says, you are naked. So what? Who gives a monkeys? This is my partner Eve. We've seen each other naked. We've had sex. We know what each other looks like with no clothes on. And it's not cold, so I'm not going to cover myself with a fig leaf. I don't think it would cover me anyway, but I'm not going to cover myself with a fig leaf. No. So there's another reason why you're told that bullshit. It's written by somebody further on in time that's being led to believe or trying to give the impression that it's sinful to be naked in front of your partner, that you shouldn't go around naked. What? Shut up. So again, more BS about something that is like, what? This is simple stuff. This is simple stuff. I have been with this lady. She is my partner. We are both naked and we have sex together. And now we're fully aware that we're naked. And we don't care. We don't care that we're naked. We've seen each other naked hundreds of times. And it doesn't bother us. What bothers us now is, oh, hang on a minute, it's sinful or whatever it is, whatever the reason is, that's been thrown into this scenario that says, oh, I must cover myself up in front of my wife, in front of my partner. I must cover myself up because I'm naked in front of her. Shut up. Crazy. You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it unless you're a future version who's under this false whatever it is that says, oh, naughty, naughty, you shouldn't be naked. What, not in front of your own wife? Not in front of your own partner? You can't be naked in front of your own partner? What's that all about? So something else is going on there. And, I could be wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. I'm pretty certain I'm not wrong, but I could be wrong. And I don't care. I'm just telling you my truth with the bullshit that I hear. That's bullshit. If ever I heard bullshit, that's the same bullshit as I'm kicking you out of the Garden of Eden and, oh, hello, nice to meet you, Ammonites, whatever your name are, whatever you're called. Hello, how many of you are there? Do you know we're the first two human beings? Fancy seeing some more human beings? Like thousands of you. Come on. Crazy. And I'm not saying that the Bible is all BS. I'm saying some fucker changed stuff in there for their own reason. Not just the Bible, the Quran, the Veda, whatever it is, whatever all these flipping religious cults are. Who set up the church? Really, like the Vatican and everything, who set it up? Just do your research. It wasn't set up by God. It wasn't set up by God. The Christian faith was not set up by God. Nope. Catholics, no. Protestants, no. Like, there was a God way before all that. Way before all that. And through the ages, things have been changed and manipulated to create this matrix that we live in, to make us fear the most powerful being there is, to fear the most powerful being there is that wants only us, for us to love them and for them to love us. We're put in a position where we have to fear that divine being. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. A being of love, a divine being of love. We're supposed to fear that. We're good people, good, honest people, but we're supposed to fear a being that's supposed to love us. Now, I say the people that's supposed to fear that loving being are the evil people. They're supposed to fear. Anybody else, righteous, has only love for that being and will only receive love from that being, no different than a mother giving their own child love. None. Now, I know there are some cases where children fear their mother and fear their father because they're in a not very nice family environment, but that's not what mum and dad are. No way, Jose. And they'll be proving that soon enough. Excuse me. They all married their sisters in the past. But that ruins the father-daughter stuff, which is what I'm saying. It's like, it's just too much BS. Like, let's get to the truth of everything. Look, if there is only one being, if there is only one, and that being had a child, how did that being, that child, have another child? And how did that child have another child? And how did that child have another child? However it is, it doesn't matter. Just stop with the BS. It starts somewhere. And then how does it progress from there? Chicken, egg, egg, chicken. Snake, egg, egg, snake. Lizard, egg, whatever it is. Doesn't matter what the egg is. Human, egg. It doesn't matter what the egg is. What came first? Egg or whatever came from the egg? Or did the statue come from 2030 to 2025? What came first? Who made it? Who fucking made it is what I'm saying to you. It's simple fucking logic. Who made it? How does it exist? If I take a statue from 2030 and bring it to 2025, who made the fucking statue? How does it exist? In both places. It now exists in 2025 and it exists in 2030 in exactly the same place. Exactly the same place. And if you take 2025 to 2030, do you have two statues or you just have the one timeline where one statue exists in that place? I can't make it any more simpler. I don't know how many times I've said the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over, which is what Forrest said. Read it over and over. Read it over and over. Read it over and over. Doesn't matter what the egg. It doesn't matter whether it's a chicken. It doesn't matter whether it's a snake. It doesn't matter whether it's a human being. What came first? The egg, the sperm, or the human being? What came first? I don't know how much more simpler I can make it. Don't worry about the chicken and the egg. It's an egg. It's a chicken. It's a snake. It's a chicken. It doesn't matter what it is. It's a flipping donkey. It doesn't matter what it is. What came first? It can't just exist. Or can it just exist? Can it just exist? Can the statue be in 2025 and 2030 at the same time? Who made it? Who fucking made it? Stop staying asleep. Just wake up. Just wake up. Stop trying to convince yourself about all of the bullshit. Stop it. Just wake up. It's all BS. It's all BS. And the fact that you're trying to understand it and make sense of it keeps you stuck. Stop trying to understand it. Stop trying to make sense of it. They can't find the palette because they're trying to make sense of the BS that lost the palette in the first place. It can only be in one place. It can only be in one place. Because everything else, all the BS that surrounds it, all of those places are taken up by the BS. So therefore, the only place left, that's where the palette is. Has to be there, because the rest of it's bullshit. That statue, if I take it from 2030 and I bring it to 2025, it now exists. There's no such thing as time. It now exists in both places at the same time. In the same now moment. If I'm in 2025, here's the statue right in front of me. If I'm in 2030, here's the statue right in front of me. And as the two come together, here's the statue right in front of me. It's always been right in front of me. It's always been right in front of me. It exists in the now moment of when I say it exists. I say it exists now. Here it is. I got it from 2030. I brought it to 2025. It exists. And it was never made by anybody else other than me. I made the statue, which exists in 2030. I made it. I manifested it in 2025 by taking it from 2030. And you don't think it exists in 2030? Of course it does, because I put it there in 2025. And when we got to 2030, there it was. There it was. And you think it can't exist there because I took it from 2030 and brought it to 2025. Of course it exists there, because from 2025 to 2030, it stayed in the same place. And there it is, where I took it from, back where I took it from. There it is. Still there. Never moved. Never moved. There it is. Exactly where I took it from. Stop trying to make sense of it. It doesn't matter. It's all BS. Everything that you know is BS. And if you try and make sense of it, you stay asleep. Stop trying to make sense of bullshit. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And the reason I'm awake is because I know it's BS. I know it's BS. Therefore, what is the truth? Who knows the truth? Who knows the truth? I keep telling you the same things. Who knows the truth? I tell you, I wasn't there. I wasn't there. Somebody was there. Something, excuse me. More confirmation. Something was there. Someone was there. Someone who knows the truth was there. In both places. This now moment, that now moment, years, thousands of years ago, and thousands of years in the future. No such thing as time. Everything happens right now. Everything is happening right now as we speak. So what happened 2,000 years ago is happening right now. And the person that was there 2,000 years ago is right here, right now. And can tell me what happened those years ago. And can tell me what happens 2,000 years in the future. And can protect me 2,000 years in the future. Or, hang on, what was it? 25, 20, 25, 25? 25, 25. What happened in 25, 25? Protecting myself in 25, 25 from what's happening now. And what happened to however thousand, not 2,000 years, thousands of years ago. Protecting me now from both of those. I'm healing now from what happened before and what happens in the future. And I'm saying, I don't want it to happen again anymore. I want to stop this cycle that I'm going through of this bullshit, because I don't want to be doing the same thing in 25, 25. I don't want to keep going through that. I don't want to still be in this matrix in the year 2525. My future self. The same future self that came from thousands of years ago. So it stops now. In this present moment, which exists in the same time as the future and the same time as the past. So where did that statue come from? In 2030, because it's going to be there. The fact that I took it from there and brought it to 2025, it's going to be there in 2030. Because as we move forwards, that statue is still outside the town hall, and it will be there in 2030 when I get to it to take it to 2025. So all that BS that you're trying to make sense of, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Stop trying to make sense of something that has no sense to it. There is no truth to it, so you can't get an answer. You can't get an answer. To get an answer from the BS that you've all been given, to get an answer, you have to go back to source. You have to go back to source to get an answer. We call it mom and dad, God, source, creator, the one consciousness. You have to go back to source. That's the answer. Oh, we had a source in the chase. Some GPS. Bullshit. Nothing is as it seems. It's all bullshit. Nothing is as it seems. Don't believe the BS. What's the point of believing the BS? If nothing is as it seems, what's the point of believing it? What's the point of believing it? If you're told that it's not true, yeah, what I'm going to tell you is not true. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll tell everyone else what you just said. I've just told you it's not true. What the fucking hell are you going to tell anyone else for? I've just told you it's not true. Nothing is as it seems. Why are you going to believe it? And why are you going to tell other people to believe it? You've just been told it's not true. Nothing is as it seems. It's not true. Why are you believing it? And why are you going to try and get other people to believe it? It's not true. So why are you believing it? Jack, it's not true. Nothing is as it seems. Jack is not true. Jack is a union, but not a divine union. It's not true. It's not true. So if anybody's thinking, well, you should be upset the fact that Jack came along and blah, 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 blah. It's not true. It's not real. It's BS. Why the fuck would you believe it? Why have you spent all of this time talking about something that's not real? Why have you even contemplated the fact that it would have any effect on anyone else who doesn't believe the bullshit? Like, yeah, if people believe the bullshit, they will believe that and it will affect them. But if they don't believe the bullshit, why are you continuing the narrative? Nothing is as it seems. So therefore, what's the point of believing it? And if you don't believe it, you're not going to get upset by it because you don't believe it. So it's just pointless. Absolutely pointless. So if you're not going to get upset by nothing is as it seems, if you already know that everything around is bullshit, not everything, the majority of the stuff around you is bullshit, why are you going to get upset about it being bullshit? It's not real. You don't have to worry about it. It's not real. So what is real? Well, let's go back to source. The only way you're going to know, is if you go back to source. Source is whoever created it. Listen, please listen. I am the source because I took the statue from 2030 and brought it to 2025. Therefore, I created that statue. It didn't exist in 2025 until I took it from a place and brought it to that place. Now I am the source. I am the creator of that statue, irrespective of whatever else you think. I created that statue. I brought it to that place and I created it. And that statue will exist both now, because I brought it to now, and 2030, where it will be exactly where I took it from. Even though you think I didn't create it, there it is. There it is. Exactly where I took it from. Exactly where I took it from. Because I made sure to put it back exactly where I took it from. And it exists there. Exactly where I took it from. Because that's where I wanted it to be. So, in my reality, where I am source, I made that statue and it will stand for 5 years in the exact same place outside of the town hall where I put it. In my reality. So, I created my reality and I created my timeline and it exists. And because I created it, it exists for everybody else. And then you get the Mandela effect. The stuff that people can't explain, that can't understand. How was it like this and now it's like this? Because somebody said this fucking matrix is bullshit. It's bullshit. And they tried to let everybody else know it was bullshit. So we live in a nothing as it seems, nothing is as it seems matrix. If you look close enough, you will see that it doesn't make sense. Once you can see that it doesn't make sense, you will see all the other stuff that doesn't make sense. And you become enlightened. You become awake, not woke, awoke. You become aware. My awareness took its first steps, whatever. And then I got cancer. Once you start seeing that this is bullshit, all the bullshit that you've believed because you never questioned it doesn't make any sense. It's impossible to make sense because they didn't cross the T's and dot the I's. They left so many things unanswered. Remember, they have to tell the truth, otherwise it doesn't work. But because they tell the truth, if you're aware to the truth, it still doesn't work. So, what came first? The human or the egg? According to Darwin, we evolved from a monkey or monkeys or chimpanzees or whatever it is, and there's a missing link that they can't connect the two. But if we did, then at the same time, two humans, a male and a female, must have evolved at exactly the same time to create another human being. And then we have the incest scenario. And the same with Adam and Eve. Cain and Abel, we have that scenario. And even with that aside, you have Noah. And even with that aside, you have Adam and Eve walking out of the garden and meeting a whole load of other people, which throws that right out of the window. Well, what? No. You can't walk out of the Garden of Eden if you're the first two people on earth and bump into people. That's impossible. It's in the Bible. Like, it's so obvious. It's fucking crazy. Excuse my French, but it's crazy. Right, that's it. Naughty, at the flipping apple. Out you go. Go on. Go forth and multiply. Work for a living. Blah, blah, blah. What? No. No, God isn't going to say that. Mum and Dad ain't going to say that. It didn't happen that way. No. For the elite, it does, because now you have to work for the elite. You have to work for them. You have to earn your place in the world, because the elite want to live their lifestyle and they live it through you, off you, because of you. So this bullshit, just wake up. Just wake up. Take the statue from 2030 and bring it back. And let it stay there. As you move forward through the years, it will still be there in 2030, the very place you took it from. Because you made it. You created it. You didn't realize you did. You didn't realize you had the potential to do it, but you did it. And because you did it, you get to see it 5 years later, exactly where you put it when you made it. So the bullshit, forget it. Nothing is as it seems. Like I've said to you, life, the chase, exactly the same. Exactly the same. Someone is telling you something that didn't happen. It didn't happen. You believe it happened because you want to believe it happened. You want to believe that this chest that you were looking for exists. You want to believe somebody found it. Because you don't want to believe that it didn't exist. You'd rather believe that somebody found something that existed rather than we never existed in the first place. And you want to believe that because you don't want to believe that somebody else beat you to the answer, which again is something that you just don't want to believe. Excuse me. You don't want to believe. But me, I just want the truth. So I look for the truth. I don't give a shit if somebody beat me. Excuse me. Wow. Such confirmation. I don't give a shit if somebody else beat me. I give a shit if what I'm being told is the truth. And this is not the truth. I know what the truth is because I look for the truth. And the truth is, this is where it is. Begin at where warm waters halt is where you started. And look quickly down your quest to cease is where it finished. Don't need anything else. If you've been wise and found the blaze, that's it. That's it. A bit after that, but Terror Scamp with Marvel Gaze, that's just an instruction of, well, you better get out of there. It doesn't help you find anything. You already found it. Your quest to cease. So if you've been wise and found the blaze, look quickly down. So you start at that point. If you've been wise and found the blaze, look quickly down, your quest to cease. That's it. That's your start. That's your finish. That's where it is. That's it. That's all there is to it. If you've been wise and found the blaze, look quickly down your quest to cease. Job done. That's where it is. Go get it. Go get it. Leave your house. Go get it. You know where it is. It's done. Finished. It's over. Only in it, there's a secret treasure, which is what you were told about. Does anybody know of my secret treasure? No? Good. I always thought I deserved a throne. A divine feminine's throne. A divine masculine's throne. Why purple? All of those things are answered. Because it's the truth. You find the truth, you find the answer. So the answer is a higher hand, whether Forrest knew or not, I don't know. Spirituality, I know. Yep. Forrest could have been told everything that he needed to do to make this work. Everything. Except when it came to protecting the finder, Forrest went missing. And then it was up to the finder to find Forrest. try to bring Forrest back on the path that he didn't want to walk. He didn't like walking on the path. And if you ain't the lead dog, blah, 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 blah. But there is a spiritual path that you have to walk. And mum and dad created that spiritual path. And if you don't want to walk on that path, that spiritual path, if you don't want to walk on that, then you're going to be in big, 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 big trouble. Especially if you're a star. Especially if you're a divine masculine or a divine feminine who is there to guide people. That's what a star does. Guides people. Forrest was a guide. Remember? Fishing guide. And if it's your job to guide someone, to mentor someone, then you better fucking well be there to do that. Irrespective of what everybody else does around you. Which is where I am. Irrespective. Listen, this is important. Irrespective of what everybody does around me. My father, my mother, my fucking path. I walk that grey line. The point between dark and light. And I know exactly where I am. In the grand scheme of things, exactly where I am. And I know that as I walk this path, listen, as I walk this path, there are thousands of people with me, and they are my ancestors, the angels, the spirits, whether they are animals or otherwise, whether they are dark or light, whether they are star beings, it doesn't matter. They are all behind me. And they all of them, every single fucking one of them, has the same aim as me. And that is, Mum and Dad, creation isn't stalled. That the evolution of man continues. And that everything that was done is corrected. And we have a correct soul. The story is real. The treasure is real. You don't know the story yet, but you will. You don't know the treasure yet, but you will. And everything that you do know, I'm talking to you people that try to stop it, everything that you do know, add a bit more on. Add a bit more on. So, you think this was for $1 million or $2 million? Wrong. You think it was about energy? Wrong. You think you were going to steal it? Wrong. That web, maybe that the Mayans were talking about, that went around the world, that web was the evil. You people, all around our Earth and other Earths or places or worlds. That web, that interconnectivity of all of you people doing all these bad things, that internet, that World Wide Web, excuse me, so much confirmation, I'm trying to burp all the time. The way you communicate with each other, every single one of you from the highest high to the lowest low, all known now. All of it is out. Every single truth is known from 2,000 years ago. Should it be that one? 2,000 years ago to however many years in the future. It's all known. It's all connected. All the dots are connected. All the people involved are connected. Not just the chase, everything. The conquering of the human race, civilization, however you want to call it, that conquering has ended. You live in your life, your parasitic existence of the human race has finished. It's finished. How you go out is up to you. How you go out is up to you. No more delays. No more no more imagination. Like, this is your reality. You couldn't imagine what you already knew. You couldn't imagine beyond that. But I can. We can. Others will come that will do more wondrous things than I. You were told. See, where you went wrong was you focused on what you wanted. You focused on everything that you'd done in the past that worked. Because you had no imagination. But I did. And we did. And everything that you thought you knew was old school. See, the reason you kept winning is because we kept making the same mistakes. But there comes a time when you learn by your mistakes. Confirmation. And so, because the game was rigged, because it was impossible, no, because it was difficult to play the thrill of the chase. Because you made it so difficult to play the thrill of the chase, because there was so much bullshit. Someone had to sacrifice a pawn or a knight, however you feel is better for you because of your narcissistic feelings. How do you want to lose? There had to be a sacrifice. You were so desperate to swap destinies. It worked, and you didn't understand it, but it worked. You took, when you swapped destinies, you took the south node of all those people you were screwing over. And we took what you had. The destiny swap worked. But not the way you wanted it to. You swapped everything that was bad to everything that was good. It worked. You swapped destinies already. God gave us back our powers. You were so fearful. You were so scared that if that power wasn't in your control, you would lose everything. And so you destiny swapped. You swapped the power that you were stealing and gave it back. Yeah, the power you were hiding under. The power that God saw to be the chosen. Swapped it back. You were hiding under it. It's no different than it's the person that they marry that makes them a billionaire. You already stole the energy. You were using it. That's how you got what you got. You were siphoning the energy. Therefore, you had the energy. You had the destiny. You were using it all along. That's why you are where you are, or were where you were. So at that point in time that you thought that you were going to destiny swap, you had the inheritance. You had the money. You had the lifestyle. Your fear made you swap that. You were so scared that somebody in their south node was going to get north node energy, which you were living in, which you were hiding in. What you didn't realize is that head that your foot was on was in a south node, was having the worst life, the life that you created for them. So when you swapped destinies, you took your foot off their head and gave them the north node you were living in. And now you, all of you that are involved, will be living in the south node, place you didn't want to be. So yes, the destiny swap worked in the first instance. But because you gave us all the power back and we claimed it as ours, you can't have it again. So there's 144,000 people that have all claimed their power back, that are all living in their north node, that all understand, I know, all of the light codes that have been given to them. And understand the power of it. see, you were so blind to the truth. You believed your own bullshit. You had infinite power. You had it. You already had it. You just didn't know it. That power that you wanted, you already had it. And you swapped it through a destiny swap. And we know that it's infinite. We know how powerful it is. And you already had it. And now you've done all of that to try and get it back. Not going to happen. So, all of it's been, I only tell you the truth. Not trying to make you feel bad, not trying to pull anything up or say anything that isn't true. There was a destiny swap. You swapped it out. And then things started to go tits up for you, didn't they? That first time. That time you tried it and thought it didn't work. When things started to go wrong, like when you think I was changing and you think I was glowing up and you think I was getting stronger, not just me, everything. And you'd never seen anything like it and you don't understand how it all works. You don't understand the power, blah, blah, blah. Because you didn't know it was infinite. You didn't understand it. You knew it was powerful, but you only knew it as powerful as the power that you knew thousands of years ago. Because you had no imagination. You did everything of what you knew or what you thought would work. And I'm here to tell you, it doesn't work. And we're sort of, I don't know, playing 5-tier chess, right, on different levels all at the same time. And you're still playing checkers. Everything is known. There's such thing as time. Except for divine timing. So, at this point, in this now moment, as we move along, whichever linear, whatever, however you want to see it, we're going towards that statue that is outside the town hall. Except it was outside the town hall in 2025, not 2030. I just changed the timeline. I didn't want to wait. What was it? Muhammad doesn't go to the mountain goes to Muhammad. So, it doesn't matter whether you believe anything that I say. It really doesn't. I only say the truth. And the truth is, you lost. The light won. How you accept what's happened will depend on your existence. I'm being said. Existence will depend on how your existence continues. Whatever that means. Whatever whatever that means. For a few months at least, definitely a few months, maybe more, I've been saying that you need to do the right thing, that, this is for you, not me, this is so you don't suffer, etc., etc., etc. And you thought that, the way from you not suffering is to get rid of people or do whatever it is that you thought of doing. And I'm telling you, been telling you, just do the right thing, bring out the truth. It's going to be known. You already know it's going to be known. Make it happen the way that it's supposed to. It is going to happen, irrespective of everything that you do. It's going to happen. It's already written. It's going to happen. The only thing in it that changes is your role in it and your judgment in it. I was going to say punishment, but judgment came out. Your judgment in it, how you are judged, in what part you played. Yeah, definitely judgment. I was going to say punishment, but it's definitely judgment, whatever that means. Whatever that means. So, going forward, the new earth is here. The new earth, however you want to see that. NEW, NU, however you want to see that. It's here. Mother Gaia, oh, she's going to kick ass. She is really going to kick ass. Whether you call it Osiris or Isis, whether you say Nu, whether you say Mother Gaia, whether you say Jehovah, Yahweh, Elohim, whatever you want to believe, however you want to believe it, it doesn't matter. There is a source, a creator, a most high God, whatever it is, doesn't matter. A powerful being, more powerful than you, more powerful than me, more powerful than anyone we know, at this moment in time, making sure, remember time doesn't exist, making sure that the chosen are in a position, please listen, this is important to you, are in a position to make the necessary changes for this earth, Golden Globe, whatever it's, Golden Globe, maybe that's why the Oscars are called the Golden Globes, I don't know. But the Golden Globe, make sure that, the Golden Globe, the New Earth, the whatever it is, all of these things that said, takes place. Divine union, new children, however it is, it's going to happen. Your part in that is not necessary, but for your own, can't remember what it was now, judgment, then, it's suggested that you do the right thing. But it doesn't matter. The truth will come out. The truth will be known because it was already known 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, 6,000 years ago, however many thousand years ago, it was already known. And those beings exist. And you know that because you exist. You exist lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. You, Mr. Warlocky people and witch and whatever. You have the power based on what it is that you did thousands of years ago, blah, 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 through your lifetimes. And you know all these things. And you're so powerful and you can sort it out and you can attach the entity and you can do this, that, and the other, whatever it is that you promised them that you would do for the amount of money that you got paid. Whatever it was. And it didn't work. Didn't work. So everything is known. Everything is known. Everything you're planning to do is already known because 2030 to 2035, 2030 to 2035. What's happened in the future is already known. It's already happened. Everything's been learnt and brought back to the now moment that we're in. Each moment that we go forward is a now moment, and each of those moments has information that says this is what happens, this is what's going to happen, this is what happened, this is what's going to happen, this is what happened, this is what's going to happen. This is what you need to do to stop whatever it is that these people are trying to do. This is what you need to do to stop that. Or this is what I'm going to do, not I'm going to do to stop that. And all they say is, have faith. Have faith. Trust the process. That's the statement. Trust the process. Believe that the ancestors, the archangels, the spirits, the passed over loved ones, the divine beings, the demons, the star beings, the animal spirits, the blood, whatever it is. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. And they're all behind you to make sure that this works. So just trust the process. Believe that everyone around you, walking that line with you, right behind you, they've got your back. You don't have to worry. You just carry on doing what you're doing and everything will be sorted. Now, I'm not going to argue with that. I'm going to trust the process and I'm going to say, okay, then, Mum and Dad, if you got it covered, if you're going to sort all this out, and by all of it, I don't just mean the thrill of the chase. That's already sorted. That's done. I mean, New Earth. I mean, no homeless. I mean, the children looked after, the women looked after, the medicines, the energy, the New Earth. I mean, all of that. Mother Nature, no more seeding of the skies or pillaging the planet for, no land grabs and fake weather and fake telepathy and clones and drones and destiny swapping and, making the Dark Mother. Come on. Like, you're just peeing more and more people off with all of the bull that you're doing, like this, what's the word, curator? This young, old, whatever, who's in charge, who's getting, hand slapped by the spiritual realm. I'm not an expert on all of this. I really am not an expert. But what I know is very, very, very important. Very important. You know what that is? I trust the process. It seems to be working. The process seems to be working. So, I thank you for being here. I know people will disagree with me, and that's okay. I don't care. Sinlings, I don't know what that is. Have you ever been to a church where everyone calls each other brother and sister respectively? I don't go to many churches, I've got to be honest. No. So I don't know. I don't know how to take that. The leaders are father and mother, and the members are sons and daughters and brothers and sisters. Well, I think we're all we're all brothers and sisters. The only father and mother is the leaders are father and mother. I don't know how to take that. The kings had many wives. Yeah, I'm hoping to be a king. I want a throne. I'm going to wear purple and, whatever. But they're supposed to be a divine union, so I don't know. Wives were slaves. Oh, man. I think you're in for a shock because, like, the women were held in high regard in them times. Which is, all about the womb and the nurturing and caring, etc. So, I don't know. I'm not going so far as to say that the women ruled the earth in the sense of, the matriarch was in charge. I don't know. I wasn't there. But I think they've got a lot to do with our progress and our civilization as a race. So I think, those are the truths that have to come out. Those are people are going to be pissed about what the truth is. Not going to believe it, especially the Christians and the Catholics and the whatever. Some of the stuff that's said, might be hard to accept, but it's the truth. So, it's about relearning what we believe to be true. Stuff that we were told is not true, but people have accepted that as the truth. And then when they find out that it's not, it's like, oh, change. I don't want change. I don't want change. I want it like this, But the truth is the truth. So you just have to accept it for what it is. There weren't any churches then. And that's the whole point. Who created the church? It's like, what? Whoa, 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 whoa. You just had people like elders and that, didn't you? You had people that would. What's going on here? That's moved all the way around. Oh, that must mean something. Wow. Don't know what that signifies. But my bracelet has turned all the way around. So is that the emblem at the top is connected to full circle. It's come full circle. That's what it must mean. So difference. Same difference. Doesn't matter if they didn't belong to Circa. That's right. Churchgoers are followers of Circa. There you go. Whatever that. Jack is true if you believe him to be. Hey, Hercules. Well, so is Hercules if you believe him to be true. A demigod. What happened there then? So there's another bit of information. These demigods wasn't Odysseus, whatever his name is, whatever. The person that rode Pegasus. Isn't he a demigod as well? How do those things come about? Gods and humans. So Jack is true if you believe him to be. Well, he has to exist because he exists. Jack is true. I don't know how to take that. The real Jack and the Beans. Yes, it is. I'm not going to read the rest. I am going to read the rest, but I'm saying yes because I know what you're trying to say there. Where the giant is the protector of the dead. Who says I can't affect the future? Who says I can't take it with me? Are you getting it yet? Yeah, so Jack and the Beanstalk is true. And there's, Jack and the Beanstalk is true. No. Some of the stories were told that already happened and, to some extent are fact, but not, same chicken and egg scenario. What came first? So was there a cow and beans and those sort of things, or was there just a Jack and the Beanstalk? And that could be the Jack that Hercules is talking about. Wow, there's a name I haven't seen, which is why it's not in blue, and it's got a different. Hey, I know who that is then. Hey, how are you? It's good to read you. Let me just and thank you. Let me just make you a moderator so you don't feel left out. In fact, I'm gonna put you as a top level moderator. There you go. Whoever you are, you've just been upgraded. I don't know if you're gonna come out a different color. Do you all come out blue anyway? But so you are the top moderator now. I don't know if that gives you any more. Well, it obviously gives you more privileges, but I don't know if it's more privileges over the other moderators. Circa was a Greek goddess. So was I always forget her name. Something. Can't remember. Oh, I don't know. Magic turned people into animals the same way churches turn members into sheep. I've always wondered why the Egyptian gods are sort of, part animal, part doodah, human. But they all seem to be like well-formed humans. They're not. Actually, no, because some of them look a bit weird. But like Anubis and Thoth and those people are like, you know, very well-toned people. I'm trying to work out what that Regenesis. See, if I'd have read that properly in the first place, Regenesis Codex, as opposed to the Caudex Codex. Still here. Still here. Yes, still here. Oh, more confirmation going off there. Was a Greek goddess that through magic turned people into animals the same way churches turn members into sheep. I am Artemis Love. See, Artemis is part of the Thrill of the Chase. Artemis 1, Artemis 2, Artemis 3 with Water on the Moon. You didn't know that, did you? And when Five Leaf was talking about the hydrogen and oxygen and that was part of the... I've listened to some of your songs. They're very, very good. Very impressive. Is that another song? You need the manager. You need, or you just need to put it out there. Michael. The animals represent a personality related to that animal's nature. Yeah, I know, but like Isis was the cow, wasn't it? And then you had the moon and the sun and all those things that are involved. But you don't have like a cow's behind, do you? It's like a cow head or a bird head or whatever. What I'm trying to get at is the centaurs, the half horse, half human, or the Minotaur. Was it the Minotaur in the labyrinth? The bull. See, that's a bit weird because, like, the centaur is the top half is man, the bottom half is horse. The top half of the Minotaur is bull, the bottom half is man. The gods, the top half is animal, the bottom half is man or human, whatever. It's weird how they do it. Ben's live. Oh, I'm going to go Ben then. I'll watch him for a bit because my stuff isn't very interesting, to be fair. What's Ben talking about? I'm going to say hello to them and then I'm going to go to bed because it's 03:01. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's that witching hour time, isn't it? It's the love time. 3 a.m. is love time, isn't it? What time is love? Woo woo. 3 a.m. Eternal. 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m. Eternal. That was the two-faced cattle. Cattle with horns was about being forceful. Yeah, I'm two-faced. I'm Janus. January. The two faces of the Aquarius. The masculine and feminine. The good and bad. I'm pretty two-faced in most places. The war and peace, because that's my name. I'm Mars for war and peace for Mary. And my last name is Martyr. So I'm war and peace and martyr. The sacrifice. That pretty much sums up my life, doesn't it? Like, if not for my name, I would have nothing, wouldn't I? Like, my life has been about war and peace. Like, everybody's waging war against me, and yet I just move in peace. That's weird, isn't it? And people want to sacrifice me for whatever reason they have. And yet I don't want to sacrifice no one. And I'm prepared to be sacrificed if that makes everything okay. And I'm prepared to fight for the right to party. No. Flashing Blade, listen to the song. It's right to fight for what you want, and no one can do more. Confirmation. Life, love, and happiness, it's the pot, are well worth fighting for. Don't be afraid to fall. So yeah, let's go and go to Ben. Not bed. Well, I will go to bed, but I'm going to go see Ben for a bit. Not for a bit. Not going to go for see Ben for a bit, but going to go see Ben. Oh, confirmation. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for being here. 355. Wow, and 5. Ooh, all those angel numbers coming up strong. And 5. 5 people here, 5 likes. It's all good. It's all good. If you look up those angel numbers, you'll see it's all good. So thank you for those people. Thank you, Regenesis. Even though you disappeared, I haven't seen you since. I want to see if you went blue, same as everyone else. But hey, bye, y'all. Yeah, somebody was talking about a y'all. Somebody using that, saying, well, you must be American because you use the y'all. And I'm not American, and that's exactly what I use. So I think there's some information there somewhere. King Nama. Look, Pallet Springs. Shows him becoming the unifier of Upper and Lower Egypt using Bat, the two-faced, using a mace to beat people. Yeah, I'm not, that's not how I roll. He must be into sadomasochism and stuff like that. But B&M, B&M, that's not B&M, that's a shop. B&M, S&M, S&M. Hey, that must be that mace that Cynthia had that went off, the bear spray. Oh no, not that. She wasn't hitting someone with a little. You mean a mace? Ah! I'm nuts, but who cares? So thanks, y'all. I do appreciate it. Thank you very. Yes, you're blue. Thank you. Regenesis Codex. Like it, love it, love it, love it. I love it. Regenesis Codex. I like what it is, but it could also be said like with reference to the Genesis Codex. I'm not saying that's how it is, but I'm saying it could be if you wanted to just think outside the box a bit with reference to the Genesis Codex. But thank you very much. I do appreciate you being here. And I love what you do and the way that you do it or doing it. Even if you think I don't, I do. For those people that want to get in touch, you're quite welcome to get in touch. I'm not saying that, I will hug and kiss and, whatever. But again, I don't hate no one. I have no reason to hate anyone. I don't care what you did. You did it for whatever reason you did it. I ain't going to judge you. I ain't going to forgive you. That's up to mum and dad. They decide. I'm just going to say, you made me who I am. It is what it is. Whatever karma is, heading your way, it's because of you, not me. Although it could be because of me, because I did call judgment. So I suppose it is because of me, but only because of what was being done, not to me. So I want to make that perfectly clear. Not just about me. If I've called judgment, it's because this earth, everybody on it, does not deserve to be living in bullshit. No, that ain't the way it's supposed to be. And if you're a person that wants to create bullshit, then you're going to get judged. That's how I see it. So thanks. I'm going to nip over to Ben. I appreciate you all being here. I really do. I'm sorry if it doesn't resonate with you, but there are people that it will resonate with, and those are the people that need to hear the truth because it's going to help them in the very, very near future. So thank you and ciao for now.